Okay, and I'm live today with special guests, four brothers from my, community. Well, should I call them passport bros? I don't know. But they're pretty cool. And I've got two of them waiting in the backstage right now, but another two more guests to actually, come into this live stream to be part of this should I call it questionnaire? Because I set up about at first I set up about like 8 questions and then I added two more. So yeah, I have sent one of the guy the questions beforehand, but I don't think he knows about me adding two more questions, like two extra questions. So anyway, um, let's bring the guest up. Where's the other one? He's just gone. So anyway, I just have Mr.
What's up?
Wednesday
What's
for now.
up?
I'm good, thank you. You always have a towel on your head. Is that like your
A
thing?
towel. It's a blanket. No,
Oh, is it?
it's 'cause
You're
we still got
cold.
some, yeah, we still got some cold down here in Illinois. Right now I'm in the garage because it's noisy in the back.
Oh, okay, I get it. I understand, man. It's winter.
It's
I'm
freezing.
and uh so Williams is SR Williams, but I can't see. Hi, look, look, look. Hey, what's up? Oh,
Okay.
Platinum swords.
I say
สวัสดี
สวัสดีค่ะ
สวัสดีครับ
Oh yeah, what's happening with your screen?
I don't
Stephen.
know. I'm trying to figure it out because I haven't logged into this in a long while.
Okay, you seem to be invisible. We can just hear your voice.
Hold
That's
on.
strange. All right, so we've got our technical issue in every live stream. There's always something in it.
And it says
Oh, Co-father, salute. Nice to see you. 1 second. Comments. So we're just gonna wait. I actually have two guests here. You just can't see one. He's invisible right now. Like,
it
say
says,
something. Yeah, you can
well,
hear
it
him.
says I'm in the show. Everyone can see and hear me, so I don't know what's going on.
At least it's not audio issues this time. True, very true. This is
Yeah.
more important, I think. All right, so I'm waiting for two more guests. We're 2 minutes in. Should we wait a little bit longer, or do you guys want to just start with
Well, wait. Let me try logging in again. So give me a second.
Cool. Awesome. I don't wanna wait in vain for your love.
Okay.
I
Let's see
don't
what about.
wanna. He's gone. He's gonna come back in and try to like switch on the camera, which is good. It's good
I ain't
effort.
gonna lie. I feel
What's
nervous about these questions because I don't want to offend anybody at the same time too. Basically, mainly the Thai women. You know,
You've
for being
already
too
offended a
honest.
lot of people with your questions, man. You should be chill by now.
What
And you don't
about?
even notice. But the thing is, Thai people are so forgiving and so kind. You don't even notice that you offended them because they won't tell you.
Oh wow.
Look, don't worry. We don't see you as somebody who's like, an a-hole. It's just more like somebody who's looking for answers and seeking for like new information, which requires you to ask questions. Sometimes it may have to step into like uncomfortable questions, but I'm there ready to actually look after my members, so I can try to bridge that understanding and whatnot. So, ooh. Hey, Baijan. Salute to the chat from Hue Hin. Oh, you're in Hue Hin. Wait. Oh, no, that was in Got Some Way. No, that was in Got. Yeah, no. What was I thinking of? Got Some Way. Yeah, it was Got Some Way. It's not Hue Hin. In one of my videos, I talked about the rock formation that looks like a penis. So, but it wasn't in Hue Hin.
Okay.
What's this? I'm offended you're under a blanket.
It's cold, man.
It's cold.
Like, look, it's cold in Illinois. I'm in this garage right now. It's cold as shit. Now, once it warms up, I'm gonna be like,
He'll be naked when it's warm up. Do you rather have that happen? I'm joking.
I'm not like the crazy tourists in Thailand.
Let's add Steve. Oh, I was wondering if you go to Thailand, you don't even need that blanket around you. It'll be like different scenes, background, coconut trees, and like I don't know, the ocean. Not that, man. I can't wait for you to go to Thailand. So,
me too.
Stephen, there seems to be a problem with your video, but that's fine. We're gonna go. Should we go straight to the questions then? Yeah. Okay. Let's go then. Ooh, do I like it? Do I like it like this? Is this okay setting, or do we prefer? It's no difference. Actually, I'd be like, wait. Oopsie. Oh no. What am I doing? Where am I going? Okay, I like it like this. Okay,
All right.
so, what is the Passport Bros movement anyway? What's your definition of it?
Well, you want to go first, or should I take lead?
I don't
Go
know.
for it.
All right. Now, this isn't just me and my truth. Honestly, the passport bro movement was started by black men getting fed up with black women, basically. You know what I'm saying? We're the only people in this country where our women basically mistreat us and dog us out and stuff like that. Now, I don't know if y'all remember on TikTok, it was blowing up when brothers were showing like their passports on screen, you know what I'm saying? And everybody was kind of mimicking and, copying that. And then became this big thing, you know what I'm saying, where brothers would leave the country to find love and a wife, you know what I'm saying, overseas stuff in the country. Because remember back in the day, I was saying like around 2019, it was this half and half thing, you know what I'm saying? I pay half, you pay half, you know what I'm saying? 50, basically. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they wasn't feeling that either. Like, all right, so basically, we're going to bounce. Since we all this, we bums, we ain't doing shit, we ain't worth shit, we out, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, we was finding like better, relationships and options overseas. There was this brother by the name of Austin something. He was stationed in Brazil. There was other brothers over, in like Japan or something like that, other Asian countries. There was a few in Africa, they were saying they was finding better luck overseas than they do in America.
Why do you think it's easier, like, than finding a relationship, or like it's easier to date than in America? It's because of do you think it's because of the different values that they hold between American women and women from abroad?
Now, say that
Such
again. I
as,
can't hear the last part.
I was asking, why do you think it's easier to find a relationship outside of America? Like, what is it, because of the women in America holding different values than the ones that are like in Africa or Asia, for example?
Well, I'm not trying to say all, but most women in America are spoiled. They don't know what they have, basically, unless they leave overseas and see how women are treated, basically. I'm not trying to say they're treated horribly, but women in America have way more rights and freedom than any other place in the world, honestly. And also,
Thailand does. Thailand has more freedom, I think. Just general attitude of Thai people. The actual word Thai itself means freedom. So,
oh,
yeah.
I was told different. My bad.
No, it's fine. It's interesting though, because America promotes that freedom, the land of the free, and I understand that, and that's the values
Free
that
for
they
white
hold
people.
because of history. Yeah,
Free for
but
white people. No one else really.
yeah, okay, I know. Look, you had the freedom to fight for your rights, equal rights, and I support that, obviously. But also, I just like to compare the differences between the freedom in America and the freedom in Thailand. You see, so however, the general social expectations within the Thai culture is like the woman still finds men to be valuable. You see, yeah. So I'm just wondering, why is it, even though both countries are pretty much free?
Well, see, in America, it's like it's not really expected for the woman to basically become a housewife. She can basically become independent. People will basically glorify her and worship her for doing so and that stuff. Well, after the long run, when it doesn't turn out her way, then somehow we're the blame. You know what I'm saying? Of her being alone and not having anything or something like that.
My friend Momo is here. So okay, let's ask Stephen. That's an interesting logo you have there.
There's something wrong with the camera. I'm trying to get it turned on and it wouldn't turn on. Now at least something else popped up.
Yeah, something at least to look at.
Sorry about that.
It's okay. So what is the Passport Bros movement? How would you define this?
When I first heard about it, it was just basically minorities. And I guess if you think about just going someplace other than your home country and just basically going in the world. see a different viewpoint. Go see whatever your motivation is, whether it's my motivation. I can't say primary was going for a relationship. It's just to go see something different. Sights, food, experiences, the interaction, how somebody interacts, sees in another social culture.
That's actually a really good way to travel. In fact, that's being open-minded when it comes to traveling outside of your country. I know you, Stevens, you're not the type to impose your ideas, onto another culture when you go to visit, which is something that's like how can I say this? Good attitude to have when traveling, indeed. Well, how do you feel about certain people tend to have their own definition of passport bros into more like into like a negative light, such as taking advantage of someone or a country that's less, how can I say this, less developed, should I say, in their beliefs? And how do you feel about that kind of claims or accusations? How would you agree with it, or would you defend the passport bros movement?
I agree with it. I've seen it. When you go someplace and you observe how people treat other people, well, how can I put it? It's a natural thing what you've grown up in, and you go to someplace else. It's like it's like, okay, this is how we do it. Okay, well, that's not the next way over there. One, they don't have may not have the same technology. They might have the same education. They might not have the same thing. If everything was the same, okay, there's no reason to go any other place. But if it's different and you have an open mind, is okay, cool. If you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And then you'll judge. People have a tendency to judge. Foreigners will have a tendency to judge. Well, ours is better. Well, let's go back to the 1800s, and you take the 2025 technology to the 1800s. Okay, who's better? Well, it's just a change. It's just a different thing. It's like comparing apples and oranges. It's not the same. Now, if you take it with an open mind like that way, you're golden.
So you'd say it's the way that if they are looking to relocate to another country, you're saying they should really try to understand the culture that they, in the country they're going to stay in. Would you say that it's
adapt to their culture? You shouldn't adapt to your culture.
Yeah, I mean, especially, I mean, I can only give examples of Thailand. We do cater to foreigners. We mainly it's Buddhist country, right? But we also accept other religions, other forms of practices in Thailand. So you are, in a way, free. Even if you are a foreigner and you're Christian, you can practice Christianity in Thailand without getting killed or, looked at a certain way.
Are you serious?
I'm serious, because some other countries, there's like religious war going on. It's not happening in Thailand.
They just saying have a Muslim war, if you want to say, in certain parts of Thailand.
That has calmed down since Thaksin Shinawatra is like he's not part of the prime minister. He's not prime minister no more.
Yeah. It's a civil war. It's like, and they tell you, do not go to that area. Do not go to that area.
I haven't heard of it.
Again,
it's small, tiny, probably insignificant, but also just minor. Because I'd say the same for England. There are certain parts that maybe someone like me shouldn't enter because, we're going to get racist attack or something, for example. So I guess that happens in every country. I'm sure you're not allowed to go to certain places in America because you're Black.
Yes and no.
They say sundown council exists.
There's no written rules for it, but you just know not to enter this particular town because they're like KKK, for example. Yeah. Should we move on to the next question? All right. So.
Yeah, sure.
What are you looking for in a relationship?
Long term, for me.
Yeah, long term, a good, stable woman. Honestly, no one's crazy. You know what I'm saying? They got 3 different baby daddies, something like that. You know what I'm saying? Some got their head on their shoulders right. To be honest, traditional. somewhat traditional, exciting, fun. I like to know her ideas, her dreams, her goals. You know what I'm
Her aspirations,
saying? Yeah.
pretty much. Okay. What about? I mean, Stephen, you said long term. Can you be a bit more specific in like what exactly?
Uh,
What does it evolves?
well, like I said, for me, enjoying time together, going travel, teach each other, learn from each other, enjoy
Yeah.
the time that we have together. But also, you have what I call three people in a relationship. You have the persons that you both are. You have your own self, and she has her own self.
Wait. Sorry, repeat that.
To me, it's like you have three people in a relationship. In my belief, you have the two of you together. That's the couple is a person. You know,
Mm.
you have the individual yourself. You know, it's kind of separate from the couple. And this female has herself and separate from the other two.
Okay.
That's
I
deep.
mean, you don't
If
want to
you
lose the
understand,
sense of self, but you also know how to build a relationship to form
Mhm.
a meaningful relationship. Sorry, I just want to go back to this comment. Women here, I think he's talking about probably USA, went overboard with the empowerment movement and expect to be pampered like a child.
Yeah.
Um, I guess I can agree with you on that because of the way that they pretty much, treat other people outside of their country, the way they speak about my country and other countries, they deem to be like less than. So I can kind of see that obnoxious coming out and pretty much princess syndrome, isn't it? Um, Although I do have American cousins, it all depends on the people. However, I feel like you guys are having issues dating over in the West, and there has to be a reason. And I guess one of the reason is what Platinum Sword just said here. You know,
Mhm.
Brian. I mean, brain, brain box, not Brian. My brain's going. Hi, salute to the panel and host. Hi, salute. Thank you for being here. Um, so the answer, what are you looking for in a relationship? I wish that two more people would just be here. What happened to my other two guests? Have they fell asleep? I know that Vernon's
They
is probably
ghost.
having this stomach flu still, what you call it, stomach virus. So I don't blame
Mhm.
him. But what the hell is Michael? Okay, so let's move on to the next question. 3, how would you define a high value woman?
Mm. Well, you probably take this one, Will, because
Oh, look, Code Father X said, I would pop in, but I'm getting ready to go work out. Wow, early in the morning. You're very active. That's really good, though. That's fine. I mean, next time, if you want to, Code Father, you can, join my live stream. I'll think of more like questions to ask. So I'll prepare it. But it would be nice to have you onto my live stream and talk. By the way, have you joined my Discord yet, Code Father? Yeah, guys, join my Discord. The link is in the description. And so, how would you define a high value woman? Stephen, did you want to answer that?
So my thing is somebody who's confident. Can be independent, but still open to share.
Mm.
Uh, uh, Sometimes take the lead. Like some things I don't have the expertise in, but if that's your expertise, I'll defer to you. It depends on each person. What my high value woman would be different than somebody else's.
Yeah, I can understand that. Yeah.
Because like I said, what I find I like and attractive may not be attractive to somebody else.
Do you have like this specific formula that you stick to that you think that's high value in a woman?
It's dynamic because it's different from what I thought was high valuable when I was young in my 20s dating. That changed from somebody in my 30s. That changed from somebody in my 40s. Now in my early 60s, that's all changed. But all of them, some parts are still the same. Some parts have changed, expanded.
Is there has been any particular parts where it stayed the same, like throughout the years? that same?
Well, one, you disrespect me either privately or publicly. I say, no, that's just not me. I'm not going to tolerate that.
Okay.
My thing is like if you're outside, I hate to say it goes old school, you represent me. Either, I hate to say it, it's like you represent me. I said, hey, if I'm your man, respect me out there in public. Like, don't embarrass and disrespect my name. But I got that from my mother.
No, but that's good though. You're supposed to have enough healthy self-esteem not to let anyone, pretty much take advantage of you or disrespect you. You see, but it's not too much that you do the same thing that you hate others to do unto you, but you're going to do to other people. So it's about self-awareness too. Cool. So, Mr. Wednesday, how would you define a high-value woman?
I would say someone who just carries himself like a lady. You know what I'm saying? She doesn't curse. He basically,
I curse.
That is me. I'm sorry.
No, but it's fine. I'm not your partner though. So I
right. Someone who's gonna bring more value and meaning to my life, you know what I'm saying? Follows my dreams, supports me, you know what I'm saying? Here to build me up and to turn me down, you know what I'm
saying? That's good.
Yeah.
You know what? What
you
just said
a real
is pretty
partner.
much, yeah, well, that's what the Thai women in my group pretty much are looking for.
But hold on, Mr. Wednesday. Question for you. You said, what's your religion? I remember you said
I'm
that
Hebrew.
before to me.
I'm Hebrew.
Okay, Hebrew. All right. Most Thai women are going to be Buddhist. Okay. Is it okay that she does not convert?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. I'm
what
just
if
saying
she eats different kind of food that's not kosher? You be okay? Would she understand how to cook you kosher food? Because if she's gonna step into a relationship with you, she needs to find out your background, your religion, your diet, your
I understand.
Because
that could be a problem too. Yeah, because raising the kids on top of that too. Because all right, one thing we probably can't definitely do is pork. Definitely, that's one of the major things. But man, that could be hard.
Because the Thai food is so many variations out there. However, within Thailand, there are people who have different diets based upon their belief or faith. So they're like Jainism, for example, they don't eat meat at all. They're just pretty much vegetables, and I don't know what it involves, but I know they don't eat meat, and that exists in Thailand in the community. So people do coexist, even though they have different types of diets and different sort of beliefs. Still possible for you to live in Thailand as a Hebrew, as a Jewish person, but in terms of relationship, I think you may have to go search for a community where there's Hebrew, like Thai Hebrew in Thailand. I think there has to be a group.
Well, probably not, because I've been going through stuff in my life, my spiritual journey and stuff. But I am Hebrew. I'm rooted in Judaism, but I know the dangers of religions, what it can do to people, what it can do for you, and how it can mislead certain minds. So I would say, for my child, especially if it's like, my sons and daughter, if they're just like me and their mother, I think I should give them the option to choose to follow in my footsteps or to learn somewhat from me, but like choose their own path, honestly.
I think it's important for the children to recognize the background from both sides. The way I introduce my children to the Thai side as well. I mean, there's an advantage there. For example, your child can speak. Oh my God, why does my boyfriend have to call me when I'm on live? I'm sorry, 1 second.
No
problem. I have to take the call because he's in Barcelona right now, isn't it? So, baby, I'm on live stream right now. Why don't you go and watch me on YouTube?
Text me when you're done.
Okay, I will. Adios. Hasta luego. Shit, what was I saying? Yeah, the advantage of it is that if you can teach your child to speak English and they can speak Thai, they got two languages here. It's like an advantage here. So let me just pull up some comments. Jane, I want to ask you some questions. I lived in Bangkok back from 2018 to 2020. I miss Lumpini Stadium. What's your question, though? What's the question? I'll wait for your questions. I'm in the Discord. Oh, let me just go and say hello to my new member. I can't see you in Discord. Are you in Discord, Codefather X? What's your name on Discord? All right, let me know. Say hello in the group, in the Discord group. Platinum Swords. A high value woman is someone that respects herself, her partner, and kids. Yes. That's pretty much the traditional roles of Thai women in general. Anyway, is
right. I think that's like the common thing for
family.
Women.
Huh? Sorry.
I think that's what I feel like a common thing for women should do, at least. You know what I'm saying?
It is. It's definitely it's common. I mean, even though it's shifting, the attitude in Thailand, as in like women are happy to be independent and career driven. At the end of it, they pretty much want to have somebody like companions or some sort of a warmth from creating from a family unit, from creating a family. Once the careers is all settled down and they're financially stable and all that, but you ain't got someone waiting for you at home, you see, and they crave for that, so respect is definitely a large part of it. Yes, that is the foundation of healthy relationship. Let me add him back. Hello, you there? Yeah, I think Stephen, you there?
Okay, I'm here.
Okay.
I'm still trying to play with the camera.
It's okay. I think by now just give up. Codefather X, tell the woman you're dating that you're having a bad day. What you expect her to say or do is what would define what you think a high value woman is. Well, my boyfriend has a bad day. I just,
cash.
Give him Thai massage. There you go.
You want to take this first, or you want me?
I think we've answered this question. Unless you wanted to add more to this, do you have anything else to add?
Well, my thing is, do one of two things for me. Okay, you can sit down there and comfort me, or give me space so I can handle what I need to handle. Don't compound what I'm going through. If you compound what I'm going through, all right. Once I finish handling this, you might be the next thing I'll handle, and we'll be just gone our separate ways. But we will at least try and communicate. And if I see a pattern there, all right, cool. I'd rather just handle this by myself in my whole total existence. I have done that.
I have a question for you, Stephen. You said that you have dated Thai women before. Do Thai women, compared to Western women, which one gives you space when you really need it? Which one can read your emotion? How do you say the cue? Can read your emotions. Kind of like, okay, this guy needs space.
Both of them did the same thing. So basically all the women did the same thing. Once they saw I was upset, the one that knew I was upset, she didn't know what I was upset about. And I tried
to explain. Which one is that? Can I guess which one that is?
It was the first one.
Oh,
the second one really upset me, and I told her, don't touch me, don't fucking touch me. And once I say, you don't touch me, you better get away. You better just walk away. We're good. You try and touch me? Oh, no. But you could, like I said, when you know that your man or significant other is going through something, is there anything I can help you with? If not, give them some space.
Which one is it that touched you when you said you needed space? Is it the Thai one or is it Western one?
Well, it was both. The one that you thought it was the last Thai woman. She really pissed me off, and she tried to grab my face, and I'm like, nope, you don't get access. You
trying to do what to your face? Grab your face.
Correct.
Grab your head. Look at me.
Yeah, but in a aggressive way. You know how you pull your significant other to pull them to kiss you?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm talking about?
That's awkward.
Yep. that you pull them to kiss you, and I was like, and I said, nope. I said, no, you don't get access like that.
How was her English level?
No, that one was good. The first one, she didn't know English. We literally had to do texting on Google Translate.
Mm-hmm. What? And the second one is better. Where did it go?
Oh,
he's like Houdini, man. Okay. I was gonna ask him, like, if her English level is not so good. For example, when you date Thai women, yeah, if you find out her English not so good, her grammars are all like effed up a little bit, and it's just not that that great. Sometimes the way they deal with disagreements can be awkward, because of the fact that they are dying to communicate with you, but they can't in a most efficient way, but they just want to show you through action. But in that case, what Stephen just described is that she's wrong anyway to try and force a man to just suddenly like change the way that he was feeling, which is not good. You need to let the guy or even the woman allow them to just sort of like not vent, but kind of give them space to just sort of, calm down and let them analyze what just happened and try to find a solution, because that's how I find myself to be when I'm in a disagreement with my boyfriend, for example. It's like, I need space, man. I need to walk out of the room somewhere. I need to cool down. Whatever emotion that I was going through is a bit heated at the moment, and I don't want it to make it worse by keep having to go through push myself to talk to the person I'm having a problem with. I need space. I will come back and deal with it. I'll come back and talk. But sometimes it's like, it's not always easy. And I can understand that. You know what? It's all parts of the relationship. However, I feel like at the end, it takes two to make it work, right? So she needs to actually understand where he's coming from. And of course, he obviously needs to go find a solution to this particular problem. As a man, you're trying to protect that relationship, innit? So, is Stephen coming back? Yes, he is. Forget about your camera. Forget about your camera. Stop playing with your camera. It's not working. It was not meant to be. It wasn't meant to be. So let's move on to the next question.
All right.
Number 4. What are the differences between Western women and Thai women? Anyone like to answer this?
Wednesday?
Mr. Wednesday. If you call Wednesday, I think Wednesday Adams.
I mean, I was born on Wednesday. That's why, I was a lot of nickname, Sarah. But anyway, starting off, I'll say culture, because let's say Black people in America, we're different from all areas of life. Like, I come from, I was born in Miami Beach. I was raised in Illinois. Like, blacks from Miami or Florida is different from the blacks in, in Southern Illinois, or there's blacks is different from Texas, Cali, So I'll say status and location, honestly.
That's true.
And culture, of course.
Yeah, the culture itself, how it developed. What about you, Stephen? What's your answer?
Again, it's the culture, but I gotta wonder. It's definitely a culture. It can be kind of how they were raised.
Yeah, you're right.
And because that's culture. My definition of that, I think I explained something to you before. One of my first times going there, and me and the Thai woman, we're eating, and she's literally cutting my food up.
Yeah,
and that just threw me off.
Is that like a culture?
It's not like
would you say?
Yeah, and I was like, okay, that threw me off. And I'm like, and she wants to feed me. And I'm like, I'm a grown man. I can feed myself. And I'm like, and then I had to back off. I had to take a deep back. And I could tell the shock and look and disappointment on her face. I said, now I'm wrong because I wasn't I'm used to that since I was like 3 or 4 years old. My mother feeding me.
Yeah, it's a shock for you.
So
I
now
know.
that okay, I'll let them cut my food, not a problem. But I'll take the fork and let me feed me. I said, I'll give you that, defer to that, but you got to defer to this. Do not.
Oh my God, there you are. Where are you? Oh, you're at the bottom. Sorry.
Hello.
Hi.
Yeah.
You're late.
Oh, what up, bro?
You're late.
So
Yes, I am.
But I'll tell you one thing: if I can't say get in an argument outside in public, they're not really about raising their voice and getting XYZ. That's like I think that's the Thai culture. I said they'll be quiet. They don't like that, and trust me, the body language will tell you that the couple's upset.
They don't like the audience like our women do.
They turn their back on you, or being avoidant if they're upset with you, but they try not to be so direct in terms of like confrontation, especially in public, because of this saving face again. It's about this social image again that they're trying to uphold. But once you get home, oh boy, pray.
Not like that.
My thing is like, you can talk to me all day. Don't raise your voice. Don't touch me. And don't get in my face. But that's part of that is also being in law enforcement.
Okay, that's true.
You can talk to me and say whatever else. Do not touch me. And I would tell suspects that. Don't touch me. If you can raise your voice, you can call me the N-word. You can do whatever. You can talk about my mother. You can do we're good. But you touch me, all bets are off.
Yeah.
I get it.
Look, I'm not even law enforcement, but I feel exactly the same way. For real, like just don't touch me, bro. You say whatever you want to, just don't touch me. Shit.
Hi, club fillers.
Now the other side of it, hey, Mr. Wesley, I would tell you, it's like, okay, you're going to be arrested. You got a warrant. You're going. No, don't touch me. No.
Right.
And the sad thing about I hate to say the women that said, don't touch me. You can't touch me. Yes, I can. You're going to jail. You're going in these handcuffs. We got a warrant for you. You going to jail. You'll see a judge, whatever. That's on you what happens after that. I prefer just put the handcuffs on. We can go someplace. I mean, we're going in the car. Boom, we're going. It's the same thing. But again,
just to add on to that, I was being honest. As young people, I feel like black people were taught to disrespect police. You know what I'm saying?
Fuck the police. NWA.
No, you understand there's a lot of good ones out there, but they don't get the credit, you know what I'm saying, that they should. And plus, you understand, well, honestly, I would never understand what it's like to be a police officer, but let's say I get pulled over or something like that. I'm not going to argue with you. I'm going to basically, you know what I'm saying, I'm going to fight my shit in court, but that's about it.
Yeah.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Pick and choose your battles. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of us sometimes be asking for it. Like, police officer comes over somehow a lot of us get an attitude real quick. I'm like, well, damn, you know what I'm saying? Like anything can happen. But I don't know. I think a lot of us are taught to disrespect the police.
What about you, Michael? What are the differences between Western women and Thai women, in your opinion? Oh, your audio.
No,
I can't hear you. Yeah.
They're not direct enough. They leave you guessing. You're trying to figure out what they want, and they don't explain it to you.
I know that they're so indirect because they expect you to assume to know what they want, which is a ridiculous way to actually communicate, because there's no communication there. There's no direct communication. So then, therefore, it prolongs the problems, and that's with Thai women. Which is why I always encourage my Thai women to be a bit more outspoken, as in like be a bit more direct in what you want, you know, especially when you step into a relationship. You should be able to have open discussion or open communication with your partner. So if you find yourself with a Thai woman who has difficulties in being direct and always having or making you having to guess, that's mental gymnastics that you don't need to go through at this age. Dump her. You don't need this shit. Another thing I
Copy
want to
that.
point out the differences between Western women and Thai women is the fact that I think more Thai women knows how to cook because of our food is different. There's more flavors,
Yeah.
there's seasoning, there's like,
Mm.
their grandma, aunties, mom or whatever would teach them to cook at an early age. That expectation, even if you don't get a husband yet, you should know how to cook anyway to look after yourself, for example. But at a young age, you cook for the whole family. You're part of the family to actually put in some work, contribute something.
See,
So
a
for
lot
young
of us don't do
children,
that like that anymore. Like they don't teach their children how to cook. Well, the young girls how to cook. A lot of them rely on fast food way too much, especially DoorDash, Uber Eats. It's like, what's the point?
mm, yeah, it's for
Yeah.
convenience, I guess. I think with the previous generation, if that generation have had like fast food, as in ready meals and whatnot, what's there to cook, and then you pass it down to the next generation. There's no hope in them knowing how to cook unless they switch on YouTube and watch like some cooking TV shows, and the algorithm is taking them to the cooking channel on TikTok and whatnot, get them interested in cooking. It's all down to do with what's happening at home as well. Are they in an environment where it encourages them to cook and taste food and experiment, do something or not? I don't know. But I know that in
Mm.
Thailand, literally food is everywhere. And I think because there's lots of food restaurants, the children of that business owner, they would have to know how to cook something or know how to run the business. So like to do with family run business, and mostly it's like restaurants. But it could be other things as well. It depends.
Mm.
Western women dress provocative, dot conservative. What, both? Or are you trying to say that's the difference between Western and Thai women? Because I say it depends on the woman, but I think maybe in Thailand more conservative because, for example, I don't know, there's like that collective expectation that women should be more, I mean, yes, feminine, but also not too sexy because it's like you should be more like a lady and carry yourself to be more graceful. That is the expectation of femininity of Asia.
Well,
Um,
the feminine movements mostly, I guess you could say overseas or in America. I guess it's not just about dressing and looking sexy, but I guess it's just the freedom to do. You don't just present yourself how you please. Like a lot of them, like kind of like go out to be nudists or they expose a lot of breasts. I don't know. To them, it's not. It's about being sexy or something. It's just the freedom to do so. I guess I'm not for sure, but I don't
I
know.
mean, I
But
think
basically, they
nowadays it's
saying their
different.
body, their choice.
Yeah, I mean, there's this, Thai women, modern Thai women pick up on that sort of idea, should I say? Now we're a little bit more, I guess, relaxed, but it's not so common. I mean, some moms in Thailand they've got bare tattoos. They dress a little bit, on the side of going a bit sexy, a bit kind of revealing, but still kind of not too much at the school gate. But then like all
Mm,
the parents and the teachers know that this is the style of this mom, but she's good enough to bring her child every day to school, for example. You see? How she dressed is her. That's just her. When
mm,
she's leaving. But if it was back in the days when I was a kid, I think, you know, she would have been seen a lot more in a negative light. But like I said, over 30
mm,
years now, things has changed over time. People are a little bit more relaxed or liberal in how ones present themselves, as in like how they how do I say this, build their appearance. Yeah, because like I said, in Thailand, in a Buddhist country, it's more to do with your inner quality, your character, more than how you look or how you dress.
mm.
Uh, so, Jamichael, someone please read his name. I can't read his name. Jamichael,
Yeah, for Michael.
Jamichael Gates. Western women
Mhm.
dress too provocative nowadays. I don't see too many Thai women dressed like that, which I respect, not gonna lie. I think the reason why maybe Western women dress more provocative these days is all the sex sells on the
Yeah,
mainstream
definitely,
media.
definitely.
I mean, of course, Thailand has its own sex industry, but so does America. But
Mhm.
however, people in America socially, they're pushing the sex scenes quite a lot onto the mainstream
Yes, it's
media.
in our faces all day, every day, basically.
Yeah, I mean,
Always.
in Thailand, still, of course, sex is in many cases is still quite taboo to talk about. Even though you get the ideas that well, your sex industry is like number one, it's not. Stop exaggerating, but the general attitude is still quite conservative. You see, yeah. Um, we won. That's a sign of Thai police. You like that video? I'm gonna make a video. I think tomorrow. So if you guys notice, I haven't really been uploading my video on the same time like I used to before I went away. But now of course, I'm gonna upload the videos, but at different times. So if you like, how do you say, if you click the bell, the notification on my on your subscription of my channel, every time I post a video or something like in my community tab and whatnot, it'll just notify you immediately because I tend to just do videos whenever I feel like it. But I know that lately I'll be doing the live stream every week. So it's something for you to watch anyway. All right, so let's move on to the next question. What are your thoughts on the Thai dowry custom?
I'm gonna let somebody else go first on this one.
Huh?
Oh gosh. I think it has a lot to do with the age of the female.
Why is that? How do you got to that thought process?
What she does for the family and how she contributes to the family and where she is in her life, how many kids she has, whether she's a single mom, whether she has kids. I mean,
is she a virgin? You know what I'm saying? Like, look. I'm saying like, look.
Yeah, that's what I wanted.
You know what I'm saying? Like, look, our dowry price, we do that too. You know what I'm saying? But it's like I won't say the main important thing, but one of the things that's important is she has to be a virgin. You know what I'm saying? She has to be untouched. That's one of the the main things we pay in a dowry price with our people, at least.
Well, even within the Thai culture, virginity is highly valued. So we can accept that. We can understand that.
Okay.
Yeah. So she could be like, some I don't know, some old hag who's a virgin, and would that be valuable? I don't know. Maybe not.
I would say
she can't produce any kids, can she? After 30s, ovaries is not looking good. I don't know. What's her value there? If she's an older woman, but she's like a virgin.
Well, again, being a virgin besides outside sex, like in the spiritual world, that still means something because you're untouched. You know something. You know what I'm saying? You don't know basically the worldly ways of the world, basically. Because if you can tell a woman who's a virgin outside a woman who is a virgin isn't a virgin. Like for example, a nun. She carries herself.
Jane, I really want to call in. In my Discord, you can see the StreamYard link. Click that, and then you can join us. So virginity, no matter what age, as in like 18 and over, I mean the legal age at least, it doesn't really matter to you because you still see her as valuable just because she's pure.
Yeah.
So that's to you.
What about in our culture?
Hold on. Our culture, we did have a dowry. It's just that's phased out because of time thing. So if you said we've never done that, and yes, not in your lifetime, not in my lifetime, but back in the 1800s, 1700s, there was a dowry system. Now today, no.
I thought everything
was Hebrews. Us Hebrews, we still do that.
Yeah.
Well, if it's Christian, then I believe that everything of a woman pretty much has been succumbed by her husband. He takes pretty much everything, including her identity, properties, everything. She has to take his last name too, change it. There's a reason for that tradition because of the history. I mean, the Thai dowry costume, just the Thai dowry costume itself. What are your thoughts on it, though? What are your thoughts on it? Because I've talked about it, I've explained it, but
Can you explain once more about the dowry of the Thai people, the customs,
okay.
once more?
So depending on the socio-economic backgrounds of her parents, if they are really well off, normally the dowry would be really high. And there are two sets of dowries. The first one is sinsod, which is like, I think, or is it sinsomrod? No, sinsod, which is to give to the actual bride herself. And what she's supposed to do with that is to go set up the wedding. Like she plans the wedding with the money he's given in, right? That's what she's supposed to do traditionally. And then sinsomrod is like the actual dowry for the day of the wedding that you give to her parents to show respect. It's symbolic, right? And if her parents are well off, if you like marry someone middle class and their parents are doing fine financially, that dowries go back to the child, to the newlyweds. They don't want it. It's always thinking about the children. And that's, like I said, family values, you know? So it's always about making sure that the next generation, your child, is living well. This is why parents in Asia are so harsh on children. Like, study hard, get a good job. Because they want you to do well in life. They want to give whatever they can to their children. My mom still bloody comes here and give me Thai food. She likes to cook, but then she also still has that sense of being a mother, you know. Love her children. I'm 35, man, and she still feeds me. But it's the fact that she's like 5 minutes down the road from me, so it's like convenient for her. And she likes it. You know how Thai women loves it when you eat their food and say, oh my God, so delicious? They love it. She loves feeding her grandchildren, so I'm not going to stop that. But this is how the dowry works in Thailand. If the parents are like, maybe depending on how they are, if they are in need of this dowry to help them set up some sort of, I don't know, future, and it's like you are taking away their daughter, which could have been another part of, how do you say, of help in the family. Like you're taking away that labor. Like back in the days, in traditional days, when you marry the daughter, you're taking away her labor from helping out farming and running the farm and all that stuff. You're taking that away. So to compensate, you give the parents a dowry for raising up that child to be that traditional, feminine, and family oriented. That's the old days. But because of the modern days now, women have rights to go out and work, get education, start business, run business, and whatnot. It shifted basically. So the dowry these days is not even how can I say this? Well, it's not required by law, because if it's required by laws, by now all the Thai men will become ladyboys, right? So there you go. I'm just saying. So then therefore it's not required by law. So you just have this agreement between the two of you. No one else has anything to do with it. And then you go talk to the parents to let them know, I'm marrying your daughter, blah, blah, blah. Say, look, it all depends, but it's there for a reason. Traditionally, it's there to symbolize the respect you show to the bride's parents now that you're about to take the daughter away to come live with you. Yeah. Stephen, what's your thoughts on this?
It's different cultures. My thing is, like, if you say no, how can I put it? You're infusing your beliefs and everything else. You're not going to buy into it. So, my thing is like, it's got to be either come to a compromise a little bit.
Yeah.
Because again, if you sit up and say, no, I'm not going to do this, that, and the other thing, you're slamming somebody else's culture. This is what they were raised and believe in.
Mm-hmm.
So, hey, to understand it and respect that and say, all right, cool, let's see what we can do. Because that, to me, it gets back down to the old way, my way or the highway. Okay. Yeah, but then you should stay back where you are instead of going to someplace else. Going to another country and saying, hey, nope, this, that, and the other thing. And I'm like, nah, you can't do that. Like the Asian cultures believe in, you don't walk from the outside with outside shoes on.
Yeah, you can't wear shoes inside the house. It's dirty.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So
how about you?
Oh,
go on. Sorry.
No, I was saying that. So that's the thing I was saying about the culture when you understand it.
Mhm.
So
I was going to say that nowadays it's actually much more flexible to find somebody who is more compatible with you in Thailand. Not many women these days want dowry. In fact, this is what my cousin said to me, because most of them start having families without even getting married. There's no dowry there because you already started a family. Why would you start a family then ask for dowry?
right, exactly.
So that doesn't happen. But then also the women who already have like kids from previous relationship, hardly will they ask for dowry. Or even if they do, it's just for the cultural expectations, maybe. But they will ask for like little bit, tiny bit, because they believe that I don't deserve to have, huge amounts of dowry because I've already have kids from previous relationship. If I ask myself, what did I get from my previous relationship? Nothing, but abuse, right? So it would be a bit too much if she start asking you, right? Because you're a foreigner, hey, you need to give me dowry. This much and this much. It's like, have you looked at yourself, woman? Look at your background and okay. Anyway, Michael, what are your thoughts on the Thai dowry custom?
It all depends on the person. I mean, the culture is there. I respect the culture, but it's just according to how it makes me feel at that moment. I mean, I agree with the custom, but within limits. Like you
Yeah.
said about the number of kids, her age, it all depends. If she's already got kids, to me, the value changes. If that makes sense, you can't ask me for what a 20-year-old would get, and you're 35 with
Mm,
3 kids,
mm,
because you've already started your, like you said, you've already started your family, and
mm,
so that means you've already got bills that had nothing to do with you. I mean, you already got a situation from your previous relationship that then am I supposed to take responsibility for it? I don't think so.
mm.
So instead of 5 goats, 3 goats, Michael.
It all depends. That's all I have to say.
And
I
actually,
can
they
only
want you to
see
pay
that
like
the only time a Westerner would have a problem with this particular dowry system of Thailand, or the custom, I mean, is the fact that he isn't quite financially stable himself. He's on that stage of accumulating some sort of wealth for that comfortable lifestyle in the future. And because of the cultural differences, his parents are not going to help him pay for the dowry. They tell him to fuck off. What you on about?
Right.
But if it's a Thai family, the parents are more likely to support their son if he wants to marry her. They put in their money for the dowry, and he puts in the money. Or sometimes the parents be like, you know what, I'm rich enough. I'll pay for your wedding. I'll pay for this. I'll pay for sinsod. Blah 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 blah. Everything is for my son, and that is the culture in Thailand, and that's the difference. That's why it's more challenging for young Western guys who's just, trying to establish his life. It's hard for him to get married to a traditional Thai woman. If he wants someone who's Thai and don't want a Thai dowry costume or don't care, go for the one that's a little bit more modern. The ones that don't really follow this tradition anymore.
see
Yeah.
me honestly, I'll pay 10 bands if I have to, but as long as I'm getting what I'm paid for. You know what I'm saying? If it's exactly what I'm supposed to be getting, then yeah, I'll pay whatever amount.
Yeah, because there'll be some women who would prefer to follow this tradition because it's to be expected within the Thai culture. Even if she has kids as well, like my mom, for example. My mom didn't want to ask for it, but because it's to be expected, the people around her are expecting her to. Even though she has me and my older sister from previous relationship, right? But she didn't ask for like huge amounts. She asked for just 10,000 bahts for the school terms for me and my sister, and one gold chain, a small thin gold chain. Even that she actually sold that for our school terms. So this is what I mean. It depends on the woman that you meet. Vet her, because
Right.
up until today, my mom is still married to my stepdad for over 20 years, and I love my stepdad. So we appreciate him. And of course, I love my mom too. It's just funny. Oh, who's this? Hello on Jack. on Jack สวัสดีค่ะคนไทยไหมคะ
Sawadee Krab.
สวัสดีค่ะใครเอ่ย
How are you? I
I'm
can
fine.
only say Sawadee Krab and
Is
Kap Kum
is this
Kap.
is this brain box or are you
Yeah, it's Brainbox. My original
Oh,
streaming
okay.
heart is Aeon.
Okay. Well, welcome to my live stream. This is unexpected, but I love this because the more the merrier, they say. So you're here to answer the questions, right? So, what are your thoughts on the Thai dowry custom?
Well, I've paid a dowry. I have 2 children in Thailand, and I have a wife in Thailand, and so I paid the dowry, even though my son was already born when we actually got married. But
Uh-huh.
I had no problem at that time. Yes, I was very young. I was like 28 years old when I got married, but it was a part of the culture. And I also understand though that for myself being African American, the dowry is actually instituted in Africa. It's always been that way since the beginning, and so I think it's okay. It's no problem for my own daughter. I would prefer she marry a man who was willing to pay a dowry to show that he can provide for her. That's really what it is. That's the original concept of it. I can provide for your daughter. That's
Yes,
why I'm
yes.
paying for this
You know
dowry,
what's
whether it's
funny?
in cow.
What's funny is that I just had 3 kittens. Obviously, I want to make sure I go to good homes, and obviously, there's like I want dowry for my kittens.
Mm,
Right? If you're a bad person, but you got enough money to pay me, you're not having the kittens. So and that's
yeah.
how most Thai parents are like they're looking for a good man over a man who's got wealth, but
Mm,
don't give the daughter respect or mistreat her. They don't want that. So if people out there thinking, oh, it's easy to just buy a Thai woman like that, I say she's got backup support that's gonna tell you to F off. Don't be coming here
for sure.
smacking my daughter with this stash of money. No, 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 no. Respect is everything in Thailand. Dignity, our pride exists, and we're very prideful people. So
And when you
yeah, but
come to Thailand, you will understand that you're just one person and you're meeting 30 people and her family.
there's
And
a support network right there. There's a whole
yes,
army of it.
yes. And so I was the only black guy in the whole province. I'm in Isan, and I'm the only one like out there in her village. So it's they're accepting you in, and it's not so much that you're paying money for their child. It's more like I'm showing that I'm going to be a part of this family, and I'm going to be a
Contributing
provider.
something. Yeah.
Yes, it's the
Although
contribution.
if it's also good kind of family, I'm sure your wife's families are really good people because you're still married to her and still together, with
Yeah.
lovely family. I'm sure just like my grandparents who are Thai, they don't ask for money. They have pride. They are farmers, of course, but they're humble. But they work hard to try and save money. So, when you meet the right kind of Thai woman and she has such great family background, your life will be so blessed. Let me tell you this. You get the protection, the support from her family network, and you don't get people, giving you burdens like having to keep borrowing money because you know why? They're self-sustainable when it comes to money. They've
Very
been
true.
like that before you step into my daughter's life, and to have a relationship with her. I've been working hard and have been making my own money before you are part of our family. So there's no difference here. The only difference is that now our daughter is with a good man. Good, finally. She's supposed to get married and be independent,
And you
And
may marry into a family, a Thai family that has way more than you actually do
true,
in America,
true.
like
That's
more
very true.
land, more,
More
So
land, more
yeah,
business than you, more income than you. You don't know. I mean, I'm thinking of my the eldest auntie in Thailand. She's a boss lady,
yeah,
so that's high value, I guess.
yeah.
But she's
So
like older than my mom, so she's like, shit. How old is she?
yes, I
Yeah,
might make more
she's
in
in her
America,
60s,
but
man.
you may own more in Thailand. So
Mm,
you have to look at that. You have to make that assessment for every person who is looking to get married. But it's definitely, you got to come with that respect. And part of that respect is also a part of the dowry, but it's not really a big deal. We may not do it in America, but it's just something that you have to accept. And the Thais have a long, like 3,000 years almost of culture. So, you have to take
3,000
that
years. Wait,
like
hold up.
close to like Siam, Ayutthaya,
Hold
before
up.
Ayutthaya,
Yeah.
Funan,
Well,
like,
Thailand started establishing itself in 1238.
yes, but that's the unification of all the kingdoms in Thailand.
I
They were
guess so.
all,
Yeah, it was
so,
way before that. It was like, yeah, more longer
yes,
history. No, I get you. Yeah, it's
yes.
dowry custom is very old tradition, I guess, and it's not just within Asia, but like Jack said, that it's also in Africa as well. So, I mean, I guess this follows the tradition of the, how the men are the provider and the protector, and the woman just the one that homemaker and raising up the children. So I guess
The
it's the men who
facilitator.
have to pay the dowry normally to the bride's family and whatnot, to show that you are the provider. Yes.
It's establishing your role within the family. That's really basically what it is.
Yes, and it is to be expected if you're trying to follow that traditional lifestyle, that traditional roles. Because
Which most
modern and
of us are.
tradition, modern would be like, okay, me and you, we go 50-50 on whatever. That's modern. Traditional would be like, I am fully capable of providing and protecting you, the family, while you do your job as the woman, the role of raising the child and cleaning homes and cooking. If I'm bringing in money, then you obviously do your what you call it, your roles at home.
So Jen, can I ask you one question?
Yeah.
Okay, so if I come to Thailand and let's say I meet a woman, she's very nice, and we decide to get married.
Mm.
And so they tell me, okay, the dowry price will be $7,000. And I say, okay, no problem. I'll pay that. Now, what if the family decides to open up a restaurant to where you guys have a business and that $7,000 investment turns into $50,000 over the course of your lifetime with your partner? You know, it's also an investment depending on who the family is, what type of person your wife is going to be. It's an investment. It's not always like you're losing money. You might gain more than you ever lost.
Yeah, I mean, if you are very close to her family, you got really close ties with the family. Everything that you do together is always helping to push each other to do better, to improve as a unit, as a whole. Whatever you can contribute, and if they can make the money spin into somewhere positive and give you more profit and whatnot by running successful business, then yeah, your whole life with this family is pretty much what a lot of people look for. Like Thai men in Thailand, they would like to have this opportunity to be able to show her family that you can provide so much more to try and help them get out of hardships, all of this stuff. They're working together. And usually the parents, they'll be proud of their daughter for like, oh my God, wow, you attract a really good man with good heart, head on his shoulders, know what he's doing. I'm looking at the example of my other auntie who married a Thai man. Started off with nothing. Now they have a big house in Thailand, 5 million baht to build it.
Mm.
My grandparents didn't complain that he was a Thai man. They didn't complain that, oh, he's, was average. They don't care. Like I said, my grandparents are humble farmers anyway. But the fact is, these people know how to work hard, and look where they are now, and they deserve it. And I think all of that is enough to make the Thai parents feel blessed and feel not so concerned for their daughter's safety and well-being, because the man is treating her well. He don't have to be financially how do you say, financially well off, should I say? But the fact that they work together to build the wealth is good enough. Yeah.
I agree.
You were saying? Sorry. Mr. Wednesday, where did you go?
I'm still here. 1 second.
Okay, so let's move on to the next question. All right, number 6. How do you feel about some Thai women looking for a sponsor instead of a provider?
Ooh.
What's your definition of sponsor?
A sponsor is somebody who's only looking to exchange his finance to get some sort of companionship. It's not guaranteed to be long-lasting, nor is it guaranteed to be genuine. It's more transactional.
Oh, see, I can't go.
Leasing instead of buying.
Oh, well, shit. That's not for me. That's not for me at all. Then I can't do it. I can't fold.
Well, what do you think about a woman like this? What do you think of a Thai woman who's looking for a sponsor instead of a,
it depends
provider?
On what
I have no problem with it, but at the same point in time, you flip the thing, you flip the script. Like I said, you can always get a newer model.
Yep.
Well, there you go. I mean, even from the men's point of view, it's like, bitch, if you're no use to me no more, I'm your sponsor. I can stop sponsoring you anytime. I found someone else cuter, younger, hotter.
But it can go to both ways. She can look for a bigger sponsor.
She can look for a bigger sponsor. True. But here you
both
go.
ways.
Everything about this relationship dynamic is shallow. It's superficial, right? So then my question is, what do you think of Thai women who's only looking for this kind of relationship?
Okay, a question I'm
But
gonna
most
ask
of it,
you with that one. All right, let's say a Thai woman. It doesn't have to be Thai woman. Just say a woman has a kid or two, and she's looking for somebody to help take care of her child. Whether it's marriage, whatever the type of relationship, but long term, is that shallow?
And many of our grandmas have been in that situation.
Exactly.
So I would feel like I don't really think,
Can you really fall in love with your sponsor?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, well then no longer is that person your sponsor. That person is willing to be your provider for the rest of your life, with care, with love, with attention, all that you need, because they only love you. They don't want anybody else. A provider is someone that's willing to take on that responsibility or that traditional role again, to take care of you, look after you, protect you. A sponsor is only when you can give something back to him, he'll continue to do what you're asking for, what you're looking for. It's all about, to me, it's like superficial, you see. Provider is somebody who you can trust and someone that is loyal to you. In it? I don't know. Oh, look. Who's this? Let me turn on my camera. Hey, Mikey. She can have many sponsors. True. But he can also have many bitches. You see? Yeah.
It works. Like I said, it works both ways.
Wow.
Hi, Zoom Man Gaming. Hello. Welcome. Hello from Thailand. Oh, lucky you. I wish I was there right now. Okay, so that's my definition of sponsor, of a sponsor. Yeah.
I also think it depends on where you meet the girls. If you're on Soy 6, you might meet a girl who's more experienced and she's figured out that, yes, I can have sponsors and I can have multiple ones, because these gentlemen who I meet, they're only here for, a certain amount of time and then they're gone. I can't knock her for that. That's just taking advantage of what's offered to you, which you should do.
Okay, so would you say that there is no love in a sponsored kind of relationship?
But I've seen love.
Can't say that.
The same sponsors.
What's she loving him for? For the fact that he just keeps sponsoring her?
Okay,
because
he provides a certain lifestyle for you. He keeps food in the house. The things that he does for you. Maybe he gets your nails done every week. You might fall in love with the fact that he does that. Maybe he wakes up and makes you coffee every morning.
So what happens if you can't do that no more? Do you think you still love him? Will you still love me tomorrow? I bet she won't. Because she was in it for the money, for that comfortable lifestyle. She's been looking for a sponsor. If that sponsor is no longer a sponsor, well, then she's going off to the next sponsor. Forget you. Correct. And I guess if you don't mind, I guess you can't really, sit there and start complaining because you did step into it and you knew what it's about. But if you are the provider, that's something more like a commitment, long-term commitment. Like,
Yeah.
even one day that you seem to struggle to provide, she's there as your wife, as your loyal partner to go thick and thin with you, go through the hardships and good times with you.
Mhm.
Because you're going to have hardship,
You're going to have hardships.
no matter what. No matter
Yes,
what.
but I'm more likely to stay with my boyfriend, not because I'm looking for a sponsor, it's because I love him.
Yeah.
But he happens to be providing me with emotional support.
Mhm.
And of course, financially, we provide together because it's
But
cost a
basically
lot
saying
in
like it's a
London.
gold digger.
Pardon?
That's basically saying if she's a gold digger or not. Basically, if she's just in there for
Yeah,
the
a
money, then
sponsor, someone's looking for a sponsor is someone likely looking for that bank account, ATM, walking cash machine. Yeah, she's a gold digger. So
But
what
I've
do you think
also
about
been in
that?
a situation to where, let's say, even I dated someone who.
What? I can't hear you. You're very quiet.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah,
yeah, perfect.
I can hear
Okay,
you.
I've dated girls when I lived in Pattaya, right? I dated a couple of girls who worked in nightclubs, and they worked in those industries, but they never really asked me for money. I was more like, okay, I'll pay the bill because we're here together, we're eating food or whatever. I will pay that bill. But
Mm-hmm.
that does, it just depends on the person and their mindset. You can clearly see if someone is trying to take the piss off of you or not.
Yeah.
And
Mhm.
you do have
I
to
would
set
put a red
boundaries.
flag on the one looking for sponsors. To me, it's like, this is like giving me this kind of like,
But
manipulation
to say
tactics
I
and
have
whatnot.
a need, but to say I have a need and I need that to be filled. If I have kids and I have children, yes, I'm going to need to feed these kids every day. This is obviously no.
So what does she have to lose with to a sponsor? Does she
But
have
I'm
to lose
saying
her dignity in any
wrong.
way?
She's not wrong. If she's spending time with you and she already has kids, she's taking time away from her kids to be with you, unless you guys are in the house together. So time is money.
Mm.
But
Mm-hmm.
but with Thai women, typically, if they have kids, they're not living with them.
This is
Typically,
Mm.
also
the
They live with their
the family,
grandparents.
yeah,
the
they live in
family
the
member.
grandparents. Yeah,
Yep.
Yeah.
they're back in the
Well, the life is
countryside.
hard. Yeah, life is hard
Mhm.
because you don't get the system where the government helps you with childcare
Yeah,
and
they
all
don't
that.
have
So they
welfare
rely on the
or
parents. They
child
rely on a
support.
family unit as usual, family
Mhm.
network. Yeah. I mean, it's for me. Even in that situation, it could be something that's short-lived. You see, once
Mhm.
she's finally, let's say, she becomes much more financially stable while you've been helping her. If she never had no love for you, you're just a bank account for her, unfortunately. If she
True.
never learned how to be grateful towards you, but always have you as a backup financial support, but never had any emotion attached to you, you're wasting your money and your time, you know?
I'm gonna tell the guys a secret that you guys really need to know about Thai women or just women in general. When you have children with them, a lot of that bullshit really has to stop because you
Mm,
have to be dependable for children,
yeah.
You have to step up now and be a good role model for the children now.
man and woman.
Yep, both, both.
So
It's
all
important.
that sponsor, I'm taking money from you. You might be with a gold digger, but that gold digger now has a child with you, and she has to depend one way or another. Especially if we're talking about the relationship between an American man and a Thai woman.
It's
So
hard. It really depends on the individuals as well. Because I've seen the news where the woman just dumped the guy, dumped the kids with him, and just left with his money. That's
yeah,
just
I mean
something
that's
I've
cool
seen. Yeah,
too, though.
but that's
I
like a
mean you
rare
got
case anyway. Yeah, very rare
yeah, that's
case.
rare. But if you're a man who already has your stuff together, then you
Mm.
can deal with that, and that
Yeah,
may
that's
actually
true.
be a blessing because she's walking away. You're no
Exactly.
longer troubled from her. but you still have these beautiful kids that you have together, and you can raise them and mold them and try to be the
And
best.
you get to stay in Thailand as well because you're the father of that child. So even if you're a foreigner, I think you do have to stay for that child. By law, family is important in Thailand. So yeah, you might even come out better than her if you ever get divorced with this, say, unreasonable,
Person.
wretched Thai woman.
Yeah.
You know, she's losing out. So
Truly.
less likely she's gonna like want a divorce from you. If anything, she's trying to save face. She's like, no, I don't want divorce, especially when you're a good man and you're providing and all that stuff. She's scared to just be like, oh, I could be replaced anytime, you know. But this is why she's looking for a provider, not a sponsor. Some of the Thai women out there, they don't want that kind of relationship dynamics where the guy is just, you know, how do you say this? Just only paying her for things that she can do for him and that he's interested in her at that moment. But when he's bored of her, he can just move on anytime, and she's scared of that. She wants something that's real, that's long lasting, that is how do you say this? Durable. Yes. Something meaningful, you know. So there are many Thai women out there who are not looking for a sponsor, but actually for a partner, you know. Speaking about provider, let's say she's a modern woman, she can also contribute her finance into the relationship too. That's kind of like providing, but only just financially or materialistically. But in terms of emotional efforts or that requires within a loving relationship, that she can provide too. And also she expects that from you as a provider. Security, protection, and what else is it? Loyalty. Yes. All of that stuff. Okay, what's Mikey saying? Hold up. Let me wait. Where am I clicking it at? Okay. There is no rules to love and relationships. However, the likelihood of love in that situation is slim. True. Zooman Gaming said most of those girls that looking for sponsor, they would already have somebody. Exactly, BF or hubby, and they are gold digger to get your money to support their lifestyle only. Exactly, there's no true love in that. Okay. There are actually some men whom are okay with being a sponsor. Guess so. I mean, I guess if he has abundant of money, he just wants something, you know, pretty in his bed.
Yeah,
just for
sugar
fun.
daddy.
Sugar daddy, okay, he can eat that all day if he wants to. He can afford to, you know, fine, cool. Just before you're about to die, live your life. I get
mean,
it.
a man who is in his 40s, if he's made the right decisions and is saving his money, should be able to afford a lifestyle for two people
If
within
that's what he
reason.
wants. I mean,
If
it's
that's what he
all
wants.
transactional, but it's all agreed upon between two people and they're both adults. No one is manipulating anybody. It's all set out there for you to either accept it or you don't want to accept it. So I guess, you know, that sponsor lifestyle and whatnot. I mean, yeah, it's different from my lifestyle, but that's them, I guess. And they do exist. That's all I know. Yeah.
I've seen it work.
Sorry?
I said I've seen it work. I know a guy who's a bar owner, and he's been there for about 40 years in Thailand. And they started off, transactional, I suppose, but it turned into something else. And now they're flourishing. He owns, matter of fact, on Soy 6, he owns the immigration and taxation like advice office there in Thailand. So, these things happen all the time. I'm sure we've all seen that. And I'm sure we've all seen older men with a younger woman, for example. That's probably the right idea to go, honestly, because when you're an older man, you're more mature, you can do more things, your finances are a little bit better. They should be anyway.
I mean, I think when you're more financially stable, you have much more choices, I guess, to choose. And
Well, you
yeah,
can make a
I
better
mean, there's
decision.
I mean, it's giving you more options, I think. And you're right. Then in that sense, you can make the best decision out of those options given to you based upon your status.
And that's the goal you should be shooting for when you're really trying to make a real decision on marriage or something like that. If you're there for 2 weeks and you're just, trying to have some fun, different story completely. But if you're once you get a taste of that good Thai food and you go to Thailand and you enjoy it, you're going to want to stay for a longer
Yeah,
amount of time. That's going to lead you into a relationship. So the end goal would be marriage or something like that.
yeah, because I mean, you can change the relationship dynamics from, just as friends to now being something like partner, like to being like married, from friends to boyfriend to husband. So it does shift. And I guess in some cases there's a shift from being a sponsor to now being more like a provider and into something more serious like marriage and going through the legal framework of, getting married together, building a life together. It depends on her background and where she comes from. If she's like what Platinum Source said, I can't knock a woman's hustle if she's looking for sponsors. But to me, that's not relationship material. Yeah.
I
But
never
what
met a
Jack
woman
said,
though.
that is sponsor can change to be something more of like serious and like a more loyal type or more like relationship material. It could change depending on how things unfolds, I guess, depending on the two people. At first, it could just be something like, okay, superficial. But as time goes on and you get to know each other more, you like this and you like that, it goes deeper than that. And it could be the beginning of something much more serious and more of like a relationship material. So all I can say is if you don't even give yourself a chance to really get out there and, actively dating, you wouldn't know, or you wouldn't have the experience to date in Thailand in the cross-cultural dating, because it's like it could be so different. It could be like, it's so diverse out there. You don't know what the outcome will be unless you go into Thailand and actually experience it firsthand, dating Thai women and see how their lives are, see how different the women in Thailand are in terms of like mindsets, for example. So these questions is like a more open kind of like questions because it's so hard to come up with a definite answer, because it's much more complex than that. There's so many nuance into a cross-cultural dating or relationship. But this is
Cross
just,
culturally,
sorry?
sorry, sorry to interrupt. Cross culturally, I think that if you're a foreigner and you're arriving into Thailand, your best two options are to go to some university, like go get yourself into a school setting. Maybe you're going to school to learn
Learn
Thai
Thai?
language.
Yeah,
Exactly.
that's
Or you're going to an actual university. I went to Stanford University in Bangkok.
mm,
So you will, if you put yourself into like a school situation or you're working in Thailand, you will interact with normal everyday women.
normal everyday woman, exactly. See
And
how
that'll
my
be your
stepdad met
introduction.
my mom is that he met her when she was a waiter, but she works in a normal food restaurant, not like bars or anything. Like,
Yes.
so you can meet normal Thai women depending on the location, her
Where you,
mentality, her
yeah,
mindset.
where you,
Yeah,
if you land in Bangkok, you land in DMT airport and you go straight to Nana, that's the wrong move. You
wrong.
should,
Avoid
yeah,
that. Yeah. Because if you
yeah,
start
that's the wrong
complaining,
move.
how come my woman from Nana areas is acting like this? It's like, well,
Yeah,
what did you
yeah.
expect? She
What do you
went
expect?
forward for that.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go to the next. Hold up. Let's go to Mikey's story. There are many women whom are Thai single mom and the dads are out and there is nothing they can do about it because the system does nothing to the men. Yeah, well, if the Thai man is broke, what they can't really chase him to say, yo, you need to pay up. You're right, Mikey. There's no system to put in for them to have set up this child support, I think. No, there is in court. They do. In Thailand, there's the court system where the father pays for the child, or it depends on which parents actually is going to be looking after the child most of the time. But most of the time, it's the dads that has to pay. However, in cases of those Thai dads being broke, deadbeat dad, they don't want to work, they go in and out of prison. And I'm talking about my Thai dad here, my biological dad. He's like that. There's no point for my mom chasing after him, trying to get him to be responsible. Because if he is a responsible man, he would have been that from the beginning. She'd just rather go look for a man who's actually willing to step in and be that father figure in this family unit that's kind of broken at that moment. But when he stepped in, everything's better. And she did what she had to do, which is pretty much, raise us, think about our future, the children. Also, reciprocate and show love to my stepdad and just do the wifey duty, like cooking, cleaning, all of this stuff. Be there for him when he's ill. Yeah. So you're right, Mikey. There are dads out there where the government can't do much to them because what can you do to a broke man who's in and out of prison? Just leave them, and it gives the woman the chance to find a better man. Yeah. My daughter wants that. What's up? Oh, yeah. Okay. She wants some more snacks. There you go, babe. Okay. And the thing is, a lot of Thai women that are single moms, they obviously have the ideas of love, romanticism, stuff like that. They still pretty much value men. It's just that, unfortunately, they are stuck on that ideas of romanticism, right? That, they kind of overlooked the guys that they're with. They're not thinking straight, and they end up pregnant, and the guy's just like, I'm done playing with you. Yeah, that happens. That's in Thailand. And then the woman get disappointed. So don't be surprised why you see some Thai women like, you know what, I think I might try to date outside of my culture. Maybe the men outside of my culture is probably better, with better or more like their values aligned with mine, or more compatible, whatever. It's the same thing as passport bros flying overseas to find them like compatibility and somebody who has the same values as him. See? Yeah. I was gonna say, when we go back to like the question of what was that question about the dowry thing? Yeah, I was gonna say that I didn't ask my boyfriend, or my parents didn't ask for dowry from my boyfriend at all, only because I grew up in the West. So my sister is the same. She got married to an English guy, and there's no dowry custom because we both grew up here. There's no need for that. I mean, it'll be a bit weird asking when we grew up in the West, isn't it? So I don't know why. It just doesn't apply. But then again, if my
Would a
mom
wedding ring be considered a dowry? A wedding ring?
pardon?
No, that's just a promise.
Okay, that's a promise. But isn't a dowry a promise?
A dowry is some sort of a symbol that establishes that you are going to.
I can see where you're going with that. I can see where you're going with that.
I mean, that's you buy that wedding ring, you're saying, hey, I'm spending this 45,000 or however much you spent on this ring that you're going to wear on your hand for the rest of your life. So I mean, that's a dowry. I would consider that a dowry for me personally.
But at the same point in time, if the relationship didn't work out in the olden days, and
ring is not a dowry,
they return the dowry.
Yeah, the dowry can be returned depending on the parents. But Zooman Gaming said a ring is not really a dowry. Depends on how you look at it. I mean, you are investing on somebody, but I'd like to say that if there's some sort of fraud detected, obviously there is a legal system within Thailand to actually, go through the process of taking back your loss, and like whatever you invested on her, and she scammed you out of it. She'll go to jail, and your money will be given back to you, just as long as you can prove that she scammed you. And I think recent news that I saw about
Korean guy.
Not just Korean guy. There's so many cases in Thailand like this where the bride to be scammed the guy out of 300,000 baht for the dowry custom, and then she disappeared about 2 days later. This is obviously clearly a scam, and it's been taken to the media. The police are involved. They're investigating. They're searching for her. I don't remember the end of the story, if he got his money back, but all I know is that there is a system placed for fraudulent, for them to punish these people. And so it's there for you, so you don't lose your money and stuff like that. Okay, let's go to the next question. Number 7. Some Thai women thinks it's acceptable to lie about their age to appear younger. How do you feel about this?
Oh, okay.
How do you feel about it? Because I myself came across talking to Thai people online, whether it's men or women, most of the time they would lie about their age to look younger or to, appear younger. What do
Well,
you think?
women these days, they use filters a lot and wear makeup, so I think
Mhm.
that's okay. It's not really a big deal. Not really. I prefer to be honest about our age, though. But
Exactly. Honesty is the best policy. But that's just my opinion anyway. I mean, what do you think about this particular attitude from some Thai people that they think it's just minor to lie about my age to make myself look younger?
They think
Fraud,
it's flattering.
fraud, just like makeup.
They think it's
Yeah.
flattering.
Yeah, it's more like flattery. Like, but I'll say this.
A lie
As
is a
far as
lie.
age is concerned, I haven't really experienced many people lying so much about their age.
Mm.
So I can't really speak on that.
If they can lie about their age, they will lie about anything. True.
Anything. This
Yeah.
is true.
You gotta get find out anyway. Yeah, true.
Yeah.
If
When you have
any
to do
Thai
some
is willing to lie about their
documentation,
age, then I would wonder what else are you lying about or could lie about. True. Yeah.
if she does lie about that, then yeah, you should. That's the red flag that you should stop on.
It
For
is a
sure.
red flag, definitely. Mr.
And it's
Wednesday,
something that you really don't need to lie about, so that makes you look even more corny if
stupid.
you're lying about your age.
Exactly. Exactly. But you'll be so surprised in how many people, Thai people online, love to lie about their age, usually making themselves seem younger, just to impress other people or to attract, whatever it is for the image, because they seem not to kind of like values being old or getting older, because they see that as something less attractive,
Yeah.
and I feel like you're right, lying about your age. I mean, come on, there's no need to. It's like, are you some sort of pathological liar or something? Even your age, you need to lie. But with the Asian mindset, they think, oh, it's nothing, it's small because I'm
Yeah, it's
online.
a
It's my
small lie.
persona.
It's a flat.
Yeah, it's
It's
just
a
an online
flatter.
thing,
I'm
online
being
world.
flattering. It's like, haha, I'm just joking.
Well, some of them are like, let's say you're in the room with them and you ask them, how old are you? And they obviously you caught them lying. If you're a Western guy, you might be saying, nah, you're not. To a Thai person, they'll just completely get out of that live stream and never see you again. Because that's how sensitive they are. And they just hate the fact that they get caught out because they're so sensitive.
Okay, question: If beauty adds value, does lying about your age to be younger add value to that person? Is that why they do it?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
They value younger, beautiful. No, they value youthfulness and beauty and brains as well. But not so much of brain though, because you can be stupid but beautiful and people will still pay attention to you. Depends on what kind of people they are. Are they simps or are they not? But it happens. It happens. Let's see the comments. This is what Michael said. Lying about your age to be younger adds value. Yeah, but then you're known as a liar when when you get caught. So then you have no values there. You liar.
And then you lose that. Yeah.
Yep.
You
You lose
immediately
credibility.
lose that. Yeah, your credibility, your respect.
They think it's a white lie. Tell me lies, tell me beautiful lies. Hold up. The lying about your age is bad. Insecurity, and it's a no for me. Exactly. Like, what are you insecure about that you have to even lie about your age? Seriously? But for the relationship, it is a no. For anything, I think. Unless you're lying to get into the club, but you're lying to be older, not younger. That's different. They want to appear like they are younger. To attract the opposite sex, I think. Yeah.
Yes, but you could do that with a gold chain or with clothes or with actual money. You don't have to. You don't have to lie. You could just pull out $100 and be like, I'll buy everybody drinks, you know, I don't know. I don't think you would need to lie about that.
You don't need to lie. I mean, in fact, people are much more intrigued by the fact that you look younger for your age. When I say I'm 35, people are like, oh, shit, I'm not going to forget that because that's throwing me off.
I'll say, example, damn, that person really takes care of themselves.
It's genetic, mate. It's genetic. I don't take care of myself. I smoke weed. Do you think I'm healthy? But I always get people, I always appreciate people's reaction when I tell them my age and that I have 2 kids. And they're like, what? Maya, can you go to the other room, please, darling? I'm on live stream. Go, please. Go. Go. Wait. Let me see the... Okay. All right, close the door. I'll be finishing soon. We're on to number 7. I promise you. And my boyfriend is not here to help out because he's in Spain right now. He'll be back tomorrow. What was I saying? Yes, lying about your age is a bad thing. And I kind of throw people off, and I like to watch their reactions when I tell them my age and also how I have 2 kids. Especially at uni, they thought that I was around their age, like 18, 19, 20, early 20s. And then I said, no, I'm 29. Back then I was 29. I was like, a late candidate to start uni. Yeah. And they were so shocked and surprised. I said, yeah, I already have 2 kids. But because I'm 5 foot and maybe Asians age slow most of the time, it just really surprised them. And it's funny to look at their face. Their faces is just the expression were like priceless. It's funny. Someone fell. Mr. Wednesday, you fell off. There you go. You're back.
There we go.
For some of the gentlemen, I have a question. What cities do you guys live in within the United States?
What cities?
Yeah, so me, I'm in Los Angeles.
Okay.
And there's like, Thai restaurants and other restaurants. I always see older Thai women that are very beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
Whether in the States or in Thailand. So I think they're represented well from dressing and then, upkeep, but also just natural features.
Okay.
Oh, so, true. I mean, to be honest, I don't know what age group has more surgery. I have no idea. I haven't done study on this or research, but it'll be interesting to find out which age group in Thailand are more likely to get cosmetic surgery, for example.
And it depends on their lifestyle also. If you're
I think older and younger, so I like them both. But if I want to start a family, I would prefer someone younger. Yeah. But I dated older and younger. Huh?
More fertile, you mean? Someone young? Yeah, I get you. If not, you can always adopt children. There's so many orphanages out there. Okay. So has everybody answered this question, or does anyone else have any inputs on this? Because I say, even if they think it's minor, it's still not the truth. And I actually prefer the truth. I don't care if it's fucking harsh. I can take it. But I don't like it when you lie. Don't lie to me.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess I move on to the next one. Okay. Number 8. You meet up with a Thai woman, but she looks nothing like her profile pictures. You've been catfished. How would you react?
Boom. That's the question.
I'd be nice to her during the date, and then after, I would try to find a way to.
Wait, is she ugly?
Man, she could be fucking fugly all she wants to be, yeah. But it's just
Can she cook?
I don't know. She catfish you, but I just want to know your reaction as someone who's not a Thai man. How would you react to this? Because it'll be interesting to find out.
They all look good when the lights are off, so I don't know.
You're in the bright daylight outside meeting up, and there's loads of people around.
Damn.
How are you gonna react, man?
Oh wait, are they taking pictures of me and
her? Okay, we're not gonna get into that stage yet. You just literally saw her face for the first time, and she don't look nothing like her profile pictures. How would you react? before you even
Wow.
Ain't nothing
where
wrong
we
with
gonna
a
see?
I'm like, wow.
Ain't nothing wrong with a bag, though. You know what I'm saying?
All I can say is, wow, you look good.
Put a bag over it.
No, she doesn't have to be ugly, but she doesn't look as good as she did on her picture. Now you expect,
But that's fraud. Now you're presenting yourself in a way that
You're-
you did not
You're a
do that.
fraud.
and I'm like,
You look nothing like your father. I don't start relationship on a lie. Have a nice day and good luck. See, this is such a Western way of being so direct. Remember, you are dating or you're interacting with a Thai woman, and she looks nothing like her pictures, so you can kind of sense she's have really low self-esteem.
All right.
So you saying
if-
this directly to her, you're gonna make her go commit suicide and hang herself on some mango trees or something in the back of her house. You don't
Oh,
want
damn.
that. You don't want that,
All right.
man.
What if she ugly in the face, but she got a body on her?
Look, forget
Again,
about
then she
that. The
gets a
fact that you've
pass.
been lied to, how would you react to her? I mean, okay, so she's got a hot body, but ugly face. Then what?
that's up to you. That's up to you.
People do this stuff every day.
if you expect the possibility that she may have used some type of filter, and then you see the real McCoy, and you're like, uh.
Exactly.
Can you work?
I'm sick.
Can you work with it? Is she something that you can work with?
Yes, men,
Here's the thing.
we take assessment.
Well, you're gonna look at her and say, okay, she's got a nice booty, she's intelligent,
She's funny, she
she's
cooks.
fun, and then you're like, well, I might
I
be
can
able to
do
work
it.
with that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
For
Hold on,
Mikey,
let's put one foot on the
he
step.
says, when you lie and the truth is shown, it's a no for me. And I just say, I forgot my wallet. Pay the bill for us. Yeah, she'll
Damn.
never call you again when you do this.
Okay,
Yeah.
but okay, let me ask you this: what if she looks better than her picture? Now she's got all her war paint on.
Usually when you be
eyelashes.
catfish, the person turns out to be uglier than the profile picture, isn't it? I don't know.
Yeah.
I've seen girls who look better in real life.
I have to. Yeah, I mean, but you're like, who is that? Your sister? Did you just wake up that morning when you took that picture? Oh, what?
You can't say that to a Thai woman. She's hypersensitive in
I'm
this case.
sorry. I'm sorry, girl.
You know
this
how a
is
Thai
me
woman, how
for
a Thai man
real.
would react. I'll give you. See, Jack answered really good. That's why I put thumbs up, because he is starting to understand how Thai people move in such uncomfortable situation like this. You know, what was your answer,
Yeah.
Jack? Your answer was like, you would probably
You'd be
out
nice.
with her.
You
You'd
wouldn't.
be nice.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you don't want to show her that you are romantically interested in her. You probably be avoidance and just be a gentleman enough. And then you probably trying to come up with excuses like, something happened to my dog at home. I don't know. Whatever excuse you can think of to get out of that
You try
situation.
to get out
But
of
you
that
do things
situation.
in the most indirect way as possible, just to keep it harmonious. Remember, about the Thai culture, it's all about saving face. You don't want to hurt her, even though she hurt you by lying to you.
So you just tell her, well, I'm not
saving
feeling.
face.
We finally met, but I'm just not feeling you. Is that okay to say that?
Can't even say that.
No way.
No,
No
man.
way.
To a hypersensitive
That's
Thai
going to
woman,
war right
that's
there.
no. Yeah, that's gonna play with her self-esteem, mate. You just have to have a tactic. Be tactical when it
You
comes
gotta
to
say-
dealing with
You gotta say,
hypersensitive.
baby, I broke my leg and I have to fly back to England right now.
Did I
I'll
tell
be
you I
back.
switched and converted to I don't know, gay? No, you can't say that. You know you're lying.
As a righteous man,
But
I'll
she'll
talk
accept
about
it.
with her.
I'll just have to tell her. I'm sorry. I'll just have to tell her. I'm sorry.
You can't, because then like she will. I mean, okay, you can, because I'm sure there are Thai men out there who are very direct and don't give a fuck. But I think you would actually kind of reduce down her self-esteem even more by being so direct.
But you
Might
can't
as well
tell her.
let's-
You can't. So you can't tell her you can't do this and lie to folks. So not telling her you can't do this.
If to a Western woman, I think she can take it to the chin, because they appreciate directness anyway.
No.
Okay, hurt feelings now,
No.
but then you know what? I'll just move on. Or they just go crazier than usual. But for a Thai woman, it's like it's hard to deal with this situation because she's absolutely hypersensitive and has low self-esteem. How are you going to try to get out of this situation without actually triggering her emotions further, making her feels even more like shit?
I have this friend that would like to meet you.
What friend?
No, I'm talking to this Thai woman. I have this friend that would like to.
Oh, she wants to meet me.
Yes.
I want to meet her.
Uh,
Yeah, bring her next time. Let me set up a live stream so I can bring.
no, I'm talking about this question. That's what you say to her.
Oh, I thought you were talking about, some Thai woman who's like wanting to meet me. I was like, I'm so happy. Oh, okay. So if you say that, then she'll be like, oh, you're not serious. You lying. You lie. You just want to get out of this situation by saying you have someone else. But if you have someone else, why you come see me? That's what she's thinking.
Okay, good. That way I'm out of it still.
This is a tough one because like I said, you can't be direct. She won't appreciate your honesty, and in a tight
situation,
situation,
you have to find a way to slip and slide as politely as possible.
Like less confrontational, less like direct, man. It's like I'll give you some hints. Like I said, make up excuses. Oh no, it's my time to help my mom with something. I don't know. No, but wait.
Jane,
oh God, I'm not going through all that.
Okay, so wait. Let me ask you a question, right? So you're Thai British, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I know you understand like British humor.
Yeah.
And British humor can be very harsh.
Yeah, it's fucking
satirical. Funny. Yeah, it's funny as fuck, right? But in Thailand, shit that you will laugh about or things that you will find really funny, people might say, "Oh, that's a little dark."
Yeah, that's a bit too informal or too rude, or it's a bit too much, excessive, whatever they want to say. Normally in Thailand, when they have this sense of humor, I mean, unless you're amongst like a group of your mates, you can banter. Like, it's funny when you hear them banter each other because they're really harsh, but it's all in fun. They all know and understand the mood. However, I noticed in patterns that Thai people, including my mom as well, even though she's been here for a long time, and my brother himself, is that their sense of humor is to take the piss out of themselves, basically. So I'm just seeing Mikey's story question. I'll bring that up in a second, Mikey. Yeah. So basically, it's all about being humble, and the sense of humor is most likely to take the piss out of themselves, because it's all about, like I said, when you can take the piss out of yourself and laugh at yourself, then you're at a healthy mind state, because you could just take the piss out of yourself and it's not a big deal. And it's much more polite to take the piss out of yourself in this sense of humor than to go and bother someone else by, for example, take the piss out of them and joke about them. Because in Thailand, the Thai culture, it's all about keeping things harmonious. So sense of humor, it extends to sense of humor as well, which is to be humble but be funny at the same time. And that includes like self-deprivation, like jokes, just make fun of yourself. I'll give you an example. I told Mr. Wednesday this when my mom made a joke. She was asking my brother's friends, like, should I wear this bag? Should I carry it? And it's a brand name. My mom hardly wears the brand name anyway. Maybe once in a while when she wants to go out shopping in Oxford Street, maybe she'll carry a nice bag or something. But then she said, oh, maybe I shouldn't, because then some people will try to rob me and steal money from my bag or whatnot. They'll target me. And then she goes, oh no, wait, maybe they think it's just fake because they think I'm Chinese, because the Chinese make a lot of fake shit in it. So this is how she take the piss out of herself as a joke. And my brother's friend was just laughing.
And it's really funny.
Yes, it is, because Mom, what? It's true though. It's true, because other people would think, okay, she's Chinese anyway. They can't tell who's Thai, who's Chinese. Exactly. And Chinese make a lot of fake shit. So it's like, oh, it's fine. They just think of, I'm carrying fake stuff. Yeah, it's fine. I'll carry it.
And Jane, I swear, I've met Thai people here who will say that they're Chinese or something else. They won't directly say, what group they actually belong to.
Yeah, so, just to like confuse you. Because like
Yeah.
all the time, me growing up, I get accused of, are you Chinese? Do you eat dogs? You Chinese, yeah? You eat snakes, you eat cats. I'm like, I'm Thai. Have you heard of Thailand? No. And you'll be surprised at the educational system of England. They don't really teach you about other people's countries and history. They only teach about their history.
Geography or anything.
Yeah. But it's just funny. We just twist that into like something funny now. Oh, you think we're Chinese? Okay, we might as well be one.
Self-deprivation should be in a formal setting the first kind of jokes you make. If at work or in a business setting, it should usually be something about yourself.
Yeah. And it's about Glen Jai consideration once again, even in a setting of humor. You know?
Yeah.
So this is why you shouldn't be reacting so directly when you found someone who catfish you, because you need to be a bit more tactical when it comes to another culture. Yeah, dealing with a situation in a different culture. It's just hopefully, yeah. I hope this kind of given you a better insight of how Thai mindsets is usually what it's like. I mean, modern Thai people, they can take in a lot of different, how do you say this, lifestyles and maybe attitudes, because they've been exposed to like international cultures, maybe through online or just by hanging around the province where there's full of foreigners, you know? Like, because when I talk to my Thai friend who can speak English really well, she's like an English teacher, I find it a lot more relaxed speaking and communicating with her because she understands where I'm coming from, you see? Okay, so let's go to question number 9. Which is more important, her body shape or her personality?
Personality, hands down.
Okay, good answer.
Personality,
sure.
Personality.
Everyone says personality. Anybody
A
else
body
saying body
changes
shape?
over time.
Oh, body shape. Here's the thing. The first time you see it, you're looking at the body. You're not looking at her personality. Now, it changed after you get to know the person. The first time is something going to catch your eye, unless you see me wondering you're blind.
Yeah, but body shapes, they change over the years, though.
But that's after you get to know the person. But when you I'm talking about first contact.
First contact.
Right, but if I don't know, maybe I think too much, but usually when I meet someone, if I was looking for a partner, I'll look at the body, but I will give an adjustment. I'll be like, okay, she got a really nice body, but you know, things will change over time for both of us.
Now I respect that and I agree. I've seen beautiful women have bad personalities. All right, cool. I'm not going with them. But still, what caught my eye was that. But if I hear something, if I hear somebody coming out their mouth yelling, cussing, and doing all this other stuff, okay, now that's their personality.
Right.
Or maybe she drinks too much and then she loses her teeth. It could be a very beautiful woman.
No, she can still use her gums.
True.
Sorry, guys, I forgot to bring in this question up. Question for the guys: what if you meet a Thai woman online and in person it turns out to be a ladyboy? What would you do?
Oh, yeah.
Ghost.
Go your separate way.
That would never happen. You would never get catfished by a ladyboy in Thailand because they're too proud to say that they are. I mean, they're too proud to hide, and they'll be proudly, you know, they're proud to say that they're ladyboys. So from the get go, you know this is a ladyboy because they'll tell you.
Yeah.
Before you even get to meet in person.
Plus, there's
over there. One, I can pretty much tell they're ladyboys. But when you sit down at the bar, you know, I'm not buying them drinks, but we're talking, and that's like, yeah, they'll let you know which they are. So I'm like, no, that's just not my cup of tea.
See, that question's more of like a Western thing. That's something that happens over here a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Right.
Because in Thailand, you'll be there in the bars. There might be a lady boy in the bar, and she's hanging out. She's, you know, serving drinks or whatever. Right. You may talk to that person, but it ain't really a big deal. You know, it's whatever. But if I'm on a website or something, a dating website, and then I meet a person and they turn out to be a ladyboy, I'd probably be more forward and say, hey, I'm actually looking for a woman, and just end it there.
I mean, I just say, because the lady boys in Thailand are more
They
upfront
know.
with you. You can be upfront with them, no problem. They expect
Yes.
the same. Yeah.
This is also true.
Mhm.
And they're very touchy. So be careful with that too.
I mean, if you start
Yeah,
insulting
I
them
get what
because
you're
of
saying,
their
though.
gender, then yeah, they'll get offended by that. But if you're direct with them and what you're looking for, in fact, they would know anyway, because they wouldn't have to get into that conversation or situation. With a ladyboy in Thailand, they'll tell you from the get-go. Yeah.
Yeah, and if you meet her in a bar situation, there's so many other women that you'll meet before you actually talk to that one lady boy who will be there.
And again, you could be at a restaurant, literally a restaurant, and they're a server. I don't know which way to say host or hostess, but you get what I drift. And like I said, and they're just being professional.
So back to this question, which is more important, her body shape or her personality? For me, I came across guys who are looking for or only focuses on her body shape when they're not even like, fit themselves, man. What are you asking for?
Yeah.
But you see, like, to me, like you said, body shape changes, right?
Right.
When she gets pregnant, her body's going to change. She's going to get stretch marks. She's going to get fats and whatnot. That's just woman. Her tits are going to sag, right? Then what? Does that mean
we don't
that
call them stretch marks, we call them tiger stripes.
whatever it is,
right,
it's going to happen. That's woman. That's women go through changes in their body. Men too. But I'm saying that I came across guys who seems to be. Why is my mom calling me now? Sorry, 1 second.
No problem.
Mom, I'm on live stream right now on YouTube.
I think we as men, we have to make.
I'm on YouTube live stream right now. Mom. Wait, I'll call you after. I'm almost done. I'm on to number 9, the question. I'll speak to you in a bit. Hi, Hannah. Hi. Yeah, watch me on YouTube. I'm on live stream now. Support me. See, my mom just laughed at me. Ha ha. No. All right, thanks a lot, Mom. Okay, I'll talk to you in a bit.
Yeah, but I say my answer is still the same. It's personality all the way for me. Personality, hands down.
Personality is what's going to make relationship last, because you're not basing it on superficial level. You're basing it on like what is compatible for you for the rest of your life. You can finally feel fulfillment. That fulfillment. I mean, feel more fulfilling. Bloody hell. So yeah, for the guys who come into my dating community and only looking for the body shape and only just put importance on that, I'm telling you, I'm not searching for that kind of shit in my in my community, dating community, only because I go for something that I feel like it would actually make the relationship more long lasting and with genuine connection, and that means personality and not so much of looks. Looks can change anytime, but people's personality, they are the way they are, personality traits and stuff like that. So if you accept them for how they are, as in like the personality, that's actually a very, how can I say this, a kind of relationship that's based on genuine connections, like forming something that's actually beautiful together because you love that person for who they are, not how they look. I mean, of course, how one's looks is based upon how they represent themselves, isn't it? Like, for example, if that person represents themselves in the way they're dirty and unkempt, you can kind of tell that her personality is like a lazy person who don't take care of herself, right?
Mm-hmm.
But in terms of like, just normal people every day, looking like normal people every day, the body shape shouldn't be so important to you because, or that appearance, because, the appearance is normal, but this is where you actually start judging them on personality. It's hard to say because some people really do reflect on how they appear project their personality based on how they appear. I mean, how they make themselves appear.
Right.
Okay, so let me ask you guys this.
It's all right to have preference.
Huh?
It's all right to have preference, but I feel like me personally, personality is gonna make me like stay around. You know what I'm saying? Like keep me there.
Yeah, like
okay.
how long does the body shape last as far as you guys' first interaction? How long before I'm looking for her personality? Like 10 minutes into just meeting this woman, am I trying to figure out, do I like her personality or am I still on the body?
Depends what you're looking for, some fun or something serious. If it's fun, her body shape would be your number one priority. If it's something serious, something that you want to actually start a long-term relationship with, it has to be the personality. Yeah.
Beauty is only skin deep.
Yeah, but ugly's right down to the bone.
Damn.
But the question was,
if you're not attracted to them, then the personality will not make a difference.
That's not true, because the question was, what is more important? Sure, when you look at a person, you're going to say, "Oh, she's cute. Let me try to get to know her."
Okay, but again, like you said, when you first get to know her, again, the first thing.
No, the body. No, that's not what I'm saying. You're going to see her, and if she's your body type or you're attracted to that, you're going to want to get to know the personality.
Correct. But what was the first thing? The initial thing?
You said what was more important. The question was what was more important, not what you were attracted to. You said what was more important.
Okay, but hold on. The first thing, you're using your senses. Close your eyes and then get to know the person. Then you can be talking to anybody. Correct? Close your eyes and get to know the personality.
So I can't touch her. Just talking.
I ain't saying nothing about touch. The first thing you said, you go into a restaurant, meeting that person for the first time. Close your eyes. You don't see her. You don't see what she looked like. You just started having a conversation.
But that wasn't the question.
It is.
She said,
the question is that which is more important, her body type or her personality?
She
when
didn't
you
say
meet somebody for first expression.
She did not say limit your senses, that you can only listen. She said what's more important, and you're using all 5 of your senses to determine the personality.
Okay. But if the person doesn't talk, is that so? The only thing you got to go by is your eyes. Person doesn't talk.
But you're going to find a way to communicate with that person. That's where your other 4 senses are going to come in. You're going to figure out how to communicate with that person.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
It's what's more important. The personality is more important.
I think on overall long term, yes. But for you meet that first time, for me, all right, what drew me what drew your attention to me? I mean, me to you. The first thing that people see to me, I'm 6'5". Okay, the size. Mm-hmm. Then I open my mouth, then you start to get to know the personality, good, bad, or indifferent.
But that wasn't what's important. The important is the personality.
Well, the question should be which attracts someone first, the personality or the body shape. You know what I'm saying?
And of course, that's going to be body shape.
Okay.
But in overall,
correct,
the personality. If you're looking for something real, the personality is what's going to draw you and hold your attention.
Copy that. Hold on. I'm agree with you on that. But like I said, like Belle Biv DeVoe, big butt and a smile.
There's nothing wrong with a big butt and a smile, but she said which is more important.
It's a tough one to answer,
huh? Because you can rent a body shape, but you can't rent personality.
Correct.
Yeah, you can change your body shape, or over time it just changes itself. But personality is always going to be the same from when young to older. Maybe there'll be some changes, but there's that core value that they have that they always carry with themselves. So yeah, and if you're looking for someone, you're looking for a serious relationship that's long term, you're going to be looking for compatibility, and I think that's more to do with personality, right? Not so much a body shape. And Mikey has a question for the guys. If you met a woman who is over 300 pounds and is not attractive but has the best personality, would you consider being with her?
Absolutely.
Interesting.
Because we can work out together.
Okay,
we can work out together.
Okay. If
now,
I am
hold on. Now you
attracted, if I am attracted to 300 pounds.
Now you're changing her. Now you're changing her. You just said the personality. You just said we can go work out. Now you're changing that person.
But I have to be attracted to all of her. The personality what ties it all together.
But you just conflicted yourself, what you just stated.
No,
I get where you're going with it, bro. But you just, it's like, whoa, no, you just flipped the script.
Okay, 300.
Okay, let me ask you something.
Go for
300 pounds. Okay, 300 pounds with a pretty face and a personality.
And she's 5'2".
Pretty face. Wait a minute. Okay. Okay, this is a question that we're going to go round and round about. We're not going to agree on this.
I ain't got nothing but love for you, bro.
Uh-huh.
I ain't got nothing but love for you.
Nothing but love.
Yeah.
The bromance is happening in my room. What's going on?
A 300-pound woman needs loving too, and she's a good cook.
Mm-hmm.
What if she don't cook, but she just eats fast food? Although that's down to her personality now. What are you willing to accept? Basically, that's down on you, man.
Yeah. Now, if a woman is 300 pounds, she must have some financial means
or trauma.
I'm just saying, if she can afford to feed herself, I'm just saying,
she eats her feelings away.
She may be able to feed you too. That may not be a bad
thing. She might be fighting for that meal with you.
Or hey, then that's probably the one you want to get away from.
So I guess for a lot of you guys, it's the personality that really counts. Is you put that as the top priority than the body shape. Am I correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
For me,
in my older age, yes.
Okay.
Oh, so it's the maturity level that determines what's more important to you. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Hold on. Question. To the brothers. Would y'all date Celie from Color Purple?
Yeah, Celie was a good girl.
Oh, but she was ugly as fuck.
Oh, okay, well,
take it back. Whoopi Goldberg.
I can imagine her going, "Why? You just call me ugly? Why?"
To me, Whoopi Goldberg in her youth, she was a good woman. I liked her in Sister Act. She was very attractive.
I was just about to say that.
I like her in Ghost. Whoopi Goldberg with what's her name? The what do you call it? The medium. What do you call the people that see ghosts and whatnot? The medium, right?
Yes, a medium.
Yeah, I like her in that. She's actually funny.
With Demi Moore and
with Demi Moore and Patrick Swayze. Yeah, that's a good film,
And when she was Celie, she was made to look down. So,
but thing about it is, in the beginning, if you started talking to Celie, her personality when it came off to you, you would have to really, really get to know her.
She wasn't going to say too much.
Not only was she made to be an ugly woman, but her personality wasn't attractive either.
It depends on what you like.
Well, no, when her sister was around, she had a good personality. When her sister was around, she had a good personality. It's just when she lost her sister.
Yeah, she went more dark.
Yeah.
So personality can change over time too, depending on the situation that they go through.
Yeah, it's about who's there for you, who can build you up, who can motivate you, to drive you to be the better version of you herself. And that's where what's the lady name? Suge Avery. Suge was around that, got her cocoon. You know what I'm saying?
She opened up.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see what the other comments are saying. Platinum Soul said, looks are always the first impression, but then what is ultimately the most important thing between body shape and personality? Because first impression will always be the attractiveness, the look, the appearance, isn't it? But when we dig deep down, something that's less superficial, you're gonna be impressed with their personality or not, depending on the person. But you're gonna be more impressed with their personality than the looks once you get to know them. Mikey says, no no, everyone's personality is subject to change. Yes, that's true. It's subject to change depending on if they go through traumas or whatever they're going through at that stage of life. But then I still feel like personality is important because now you look at the person and see, how do you deal with grief? Is it something that you know, as a partner, are you able to deal with how she grieves? And also, it's up to her responsibility as well on how she expresses herself while she's grieving. You are allowed to grieve, but there's no excuse to actually take it out on that person who's not involved in creating the grief for you. You know, it just depends on how you treat each other in a relationship. But personality is still always important. It's just how, you know, you deal with different situations. You as a person. Remember, Stephen, when you said there's 3 people in a relationship, there's a couple, and then there's your individual self, and then her individual self.
Yes.
That's what's gonna make the relationship last, if they recognize that personality and compatibility, and also just, you know, be there for each other is what's gonna make the relationship last. Because life is always ups and downs, isn't it? But it depends on your personality and how you deal with life situations and how you actually pull through together as a couple. So I guess body shape, not really important, but personality, much more important. That's my opinion anyway. Anyone has any other opinions about this or any inputs?
Well, I
Before I
just
move
want to say
on.
one thing, if I can interject. Jane, I want to thank you so much for putting on this live stream, but also
Oh,
doing your show.
oh, thank you. I really appreciate that. I appreciate you coming up anyway, because the more people joining in, the better. It helps stimulating me, and also it gives me the opportunity to give you guys some insight, and also allowing like, you know, Stevens and Jack and anyone who had experience in Thailand to come up here and talk about their experience of as a Westerner in Thailand. So everyone is valuable here in my live stream, including the people in the comment section as well, because this is what I really want, is to have open discussion about cross-cultural relationship, such as the, you know, dating Thai women and whatnot. But yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. So should we move on to, oh, hold up. Would any of you guys date Lizzo? Lizzo has a pretty face. Me as a female, I like her face, okay? I don't know why.
And she has money. And
Oh,
she
yeah.
has money.
She's lost weight though, didn't she? Her body's changing though.
And she's talented.
Yeah. Oh, she
She's
can play the
probably really
flute.
funny.
Yeah.
I know she can
I would
cook.
hang out with her all day. Why not? But yeah.
Some girls like that can slip in though.
So what? Sorry?
So I know some guys who may be superficial, but a girl
Oh,
like Lizzo, she can mesmerize you. If you
Lizzo
guys
money
understand
speaks for
what I'm
her.
saying. No, not so much like, you know, the money part, but I'm just saying like her personality, her style, you know what I'm saying, her riz, like, you know, she's just cool to be around.
Yeah.
She's like a
Yeah.
guy friend that's really funny.
Yeah. You know, you have fun hanging around with personalities such as Lizzo, you know.
Yeah.
But to judge her
And she's
physical
also a woman.
appearance, I'd
So
say
that's
that
cool.
she's got a good, like, really pretty face. She's got a really nice, warm, friendly smile,
Yeah, she's
and
cute.
she's losing weight as well. So I guess it's at this stage, it's all about keeping herself healthy. I guess that's why she's losing weight.
And what would she look like if she was actually in shape? She'd probably be
She'll look better than Kim Kardashian for sure, because I know Lizzo's all natural.
naturally. Yeah, naturally.
Yeah. Her body shape is a direct reflection of her personality traits. Yeah, sometimes I think because some people can dress really well, but their house can be so messy. Have you seen that? They look good on photos and all that, social media, but looking at their actual life, they're messy. Because you know why? They don't live with their moms anymore. Their mom don't like. Their mom are not there to tidy up for them, and the mom never taught them to tidy up. So all they do is just all day social media, but they don't take care of anything else. You know, takeaways boxes piling up, clothes here everywhere. I don't know. It's crazy.
That's why it's so important. To my gentlemen, when you guys eventually find your wives in Thailand, when you buy your first condo, it's important to make your kids do chores in the house. It's not natural for most Thai kids sometimes to have to do chores and stuff, but to make them clean the toilet, to make them mop the floors
I
is
make my
very
son
important.
wash up the dishes today, and in fact, I give him money for washing up because I'm teaching him that when
Yeah,
you
it's
work,
a job.
you earn. It's a job. Yeah, it's start from home, and then that applies to real life. You know, so it's down to you as a parents how you raise your child within the house so that they can implement this. How can I say this? This behavior, this acceptable behavior outside. Find a job, you're gonna earn money, save up, stuff like this. It's all about teaching them to have responsibility because everybody is born with responsibility. I'm just looking at the comments. Okay, let's go to the final question. Number 10. Do you have any concerns about cross-cultural dating? As in like Thai dating, I mean. That is cross-cultural anyway. But yes.
Definitely.
Okay, what is it? What are your concerns?
Well, to me, as a black man, I feel like it's important for my
Is this Mr. Wednesday speaking? Turn on your
yes.
camera. Turn your camera on so I know it's you speaking. Okay.
It's important. It's important for my significant other to understand me as a black man. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, stuff like that.
Understand you as a black man. How?
My struggles, things I go through.
Your struggles.
Yeah,
How?
okay.
What are the struggles that you want her to understand?
Like, I don't know, for me being sometimes racially profiled. I don't what's some other things? Can't think off of that. Um,
I mean, there's a base understanding for Thai people to understand certain things. I mean, they do see colors, so like they understand that when you arrive in Thailand, you are a black man versus a white man, and stuff like that. There's separation, I believe, but there's understanding there too. So I think in certain things that I want to implore that we don't have to so much bring our American history into like our relationships overseas. Like
okay.
certain things they're not going to understand unless you really teach them. Like you sit through like documentaries and stuff like that
Yes.
and explain it. So
Yeah.
certain things you just have to understand that one, you're I want to express this. You're protected from a lot of things if you're in Thailand.
Hmm.
This is
Okay.
another thing that people also don't realize. Certain racism, certain things, it's not a factor in Thailand where it would be in Europe or in the like United States. So you're
Shame, never
insulated.
seen that.
Yeah, like someone might say, "Oh, you have black skin." Yeah, they might say that,
Oh, I'm
but
fine with that. Man. I'm fine with that. You know what I'm
but
saying?
it won't go any further than that, and that might be a light joke. You know, like it's not the same issue, so you wouldn't really. I feel more free as a person in Thailand, which may be weird. Maybe Jane would consider that weird, but
No, it's not because every Thai person is free anyway. Like I said, the
yeah,
definition of it means freedom. So
they've
that
never
means
been
we,
colonized.
yeah, that's true. Which is why more of a reason why we understand that every single one of human beings, they have human rights. They should be treated with equality. There's a reason why there's no Black history in Thailand, but there's Black history in England. Like my son's study it, me as well, during the Black History Months. But there's none of that in Thailand, only because we didn't have that same history. We didn't go through the same. So then, therefore, this conversation about racism and all this, of course, some Thai people pick up on it because they understand the international struggles that some groups that go through by watching the
Or
news.
they've
But
been outside
within
of
their own,
Thailand.
within their own Thai society, it's not. There's no race. There's no what do you call it? Intense racism or anything like that. It's more likely to be ignorance if you ever come across someone in Thailand who's like, act a bit funny, but it's to do with ignorance. There's no violence in Thailand just because you're a black guy, you see?
And often in Thailand, and you can be anywhere in Southeast Asia, really. You'll see a very dark-skinned Asian man who is
Darker than
oftentimes
you.
darker than me. Yes, because I've been to, I've lived in a province.
Yeah.
My son is the same skin tone as most of the boys, sometimes even a little bit lighter.
Mm.
And these are Thai boys.
They're all different shades and skin
One
tones.
of my favorite boxers or fighters is Burkwai. How do you say Burkwai? You know who he is? He's very dark skinned. He's a very famous Thai boxer.
I haven't been keeping up with the latest Thai boxers. I just know
Okay.
this one
He's
from
one of the
over 10
best in the
years
world.
ago. Is he from
But
the South?
Yeah, he's from the South.
Yeah.
Very
I
dark skinned. He
kind of
looks
know
like a black guy. But he, black guy with straight hair. Like, seriously.
You know what? You just described my granddad, my Thai granddad. He looks like a black Asian, yeah? Like he's got that features that you think if he had like hairs like yours, you would think he's a black guy, but he's like straight hair. Dark skin with like, can I say this? Like almost like black features.
Yes.
Let's just say he's got
full
thick
lips, wider
full lips.
nose. Yeah.
Yep, that's my granddad.
And often in the province, you'll see the really dark skinned guy, but he'll marry to almost Chinese looking woman.
My grandma looks a little bit like, well, actually, she's Mon. She's half Mon. Mon people, they have the Mon Empire before the Myanmar kind of pushed them out and took over. But a lot of these Mon group of people, they are kind of like from like where Myanmar, like north-ish. So you see, even the north of Thailand, the people there, they look like they have influence of like Vietnamese or Chinese or something. Facial structures and everything compared to the South. The South look more like black people. But Thailand is really mixed. So when you ask about like Mr. Wednesday, Mr. Wednesday's gone. So when Mr. Wednesday talked about, his concerns about his struggles and stuff, Thai people would not understand the Black Americans, Black Americans or African Americans' history of the struggles because they didn't go through it. Unlike the Asian people who's been in America for generations or lived there, they would understand more because each country, including Thailand, would have their own political issues and social issues anyway.
And certain things you don't necessarily have to explain because it's not an issue where you are. Like when you're in Thailand, you don't have to really worry about that.
Yep.
So, only if you're going to bring her back to the States with you will you have to say, okay, babe, you're going to have to understand some things when you're here.
But, yeah, that's where she has to now try to adapt to another culture because she's in another country and that country has its own culture and values and customs. And this is where it's important for her to actually try to blend in, to try to adapt. Because if you can't, it's harder for you to get around, you see. If she can't speak English and she's in America, she's going to find herself to be very lonely. Would always have to rely on her man to take her shopping because she can't read English. It's going to be like a burden for the man. It's just too much pressure. So it's a good idea to have the woman at least try to be more how do you say this? Self-sufficient? Is that how you say it?
Or interested to learn how to adapt to a new situation.
Exactly. Yeah. You don't want to be a burden for your man because he'll find that boring very quickly. Any more concerns about cross-cultural dating? Except for the indirectness from the Thai woman.
I really wanted to hear the gentleman's response, but I guess he fell out of the live stream.
Yeah, Mr. Wednesday. I think his phone died. It could be because normally he'll pop back in if he ever drops off, but I think his phone died. That's okay. I think when he's back, maybe he'll come back on here to the live stream.
Well,
Buakao. That's the name of the boxer.
yes,
Buakao.
that's how. Yes.
That means White Lotus, by the way. Buakao.
Okay.
And Ray Hanma, the Hanma Force. Pookies won't do well with Thai women. You're right, because Pookies. Okay, it depends on the Thai woman. If she is immature, yeah, the Pookies will thrive within that group of women with that mindset. But then the Thai women in my group, in my Discord, I mean, there's no space for Pookies because they've been through that and they know they've experienced that and they don't want to go through it again. So they would recognize the characters, the traits that they want to avoid. So they can see a Pookies from a miles away.
And from a realistic standpoint,
yes.
Pookies, no matter if they're an Australian Pookie or they're from United States,
Or Thai.
or Thai, they only stay around for so long, right?
Yeah.
So a Pookie might come to Thailand only one time and never come back. But someone who is more mature and is focused, they might be trying to come and open a business, buy property.
That's not a Pookie. That's someone who's a passport bros. I say in the section of passport bros. Like I said, respectful, wanting to adapt to the Thai culture, wanting to start a future, wanting to marry, go through the legal system, everything all about relocating to another country because
I always
found the one.
That if you ever visit Thailand, then you will want to start to invest in Thailand.
You do. You need to invest on something because you need some sort of income rolling in.
Yes, but I'm saying once you go from there on, you will always want to invest. You will always want to go back to the land of smiles.
Yep.
True.
Just reading the comments. Mikey says, for the most part, what is important is respect for each other and the rest is minor. Yeah. Yep. That's the main thing. Mikey. Oh, I understand. Yeah, you're right, Jane. What am I right about? The Pookies?
I'm talking about Mr. Mikey, what he stated.
No. Okay, never mind. I'm confused. I think he's on about the Pookies, and I explained the differences between Pookies and passport bros. I think, yeah. What else can I say about Pookies? Well, then, in that case, I think Pookies are not the same as the passport bros. And I think the people who's given passport bros a bad reputations or like misinterpreted are the ones who are really, they should be talking about Pookies. They're talking about Pookies, not passport bros, in my opinion. Passport bros gets a lot of like really bad names and put in negative lights because any guys from the West can just get a passport and fly over to Thailand. Thailand is open to tourism. It's harder for a Thai person to come over to the US or to the UK. As you already know, things has changed. It's much more difficult. So with that, Thailand being open with its border, just allowing anyone with a passport to come in, you're going to find men with passport who acts like a-holes and Pookies and Ray-Rays and whatnot, start troubles in Thailand. But those are not passport bros. They're not.
Yes, and I would say that when you first arrive and it's your first time arriving in Thailand, you will see different types of people. You will meet some assholes, but you'll meet some people who you say, wow, I want to be like that guy. He's been here for like 20 years. He has a business. He has a wife. He has a family. More often times, you'll see more guys like that you want to aspire to be like.
Yes, and those are the guys where the Thai community will accept him, will support him, protect him, and love him. That's why you want to be like him, because you feel all the love and the warmth, the friendly smiles, and the sense of belonging in a community. That's why everyone's happy there. Well, not everyone, but most people.
And most of the time, if you're a bad egg, and especially if you're a foreigner, you'll be weeded out.
True, and word spreads fast. They have the social group network thing. It spreads fast. It spread really
Very
fast. It
fast.
can affect your actual life as well.
Remember the
Even
guy from I think he was a Dutch guy. He maybe kicked someone in front
Oh
of his
yeah,
house,
he was a
his
doctor.
condo.
the Swiss
Oh,
guy
is
who kicked the
it a
doctor in the
Dutch or
back.
something?
Yes,
He
a
was from
female
Europe.
doctor, female Thai
Ah,
doctor. Yes.
Yeah.
See, he's having. I believe he is hiding in Thailand. Yes, he's got the money to hire for people for protection, but he ain't living a full life in Thailand for sure. It's
yes,
very
Well,
because
tell
limited
he's
for
him
him
been
to
I
go
just
moved
anywhere.
out.
bought the doctor off.
Hey, my friend is here. Sawadee Zeta. Oh my God. How are you? What time is it now in America, guys? I'm just wondering. It's
It's
like
2
7:35 here.
2:35.
135 here.
Okay, afternoon for you. Early afternoon. Okay. What's this? Ray Hanma said that black men travels BMT originated the term Pookie's dummies hide under the banner passport bros just to try and sabotage the movement. Undercover feminist agents, I call them. Or you call them the ops as well, right? That's what I heard.
Yeah, but Pookie's really can't affect a passport bro because a passport bro is someone who
Much
is
more
making
superior.
money.
Yeah.
Yes, more secure. I'm making trips. Every time I go to Thailand, I'm coming with at least 10,000. You
Mm.
know,
Really?
so
The Pookie's
it's
always
a
relying on the
different
woman
way.
to serve him, you see. He's living off or leeching
Yeah,
off
so
another.
a Pookie. I'm gonna tell you the difference between a passport and Pookie. A passport bro is looking to make money in Thailand.
Yes.
I mean, oh wait, no, excuse me. A Pookie is looking to make money in Thailand. A passport bro is just enjoying his life.
Mm.
Well, in terms of making money, how do you make the money? Because the passport bros would be like, I'm here to establish a business. I'm here to
Yeah.
do things the legal way. I want to marry a Thai woman because she has the rights to own a business, own lands, but I have this finance here to help build
No,
something together in the
Jan,
future. It's to establish a future. But a Pookie is someone who's like ain't got things going on really, no plans, just day
no,
by day living off
a Pookie is a guy
another
who's
woman.
trying to make money off of a girl. A
Yeah,
Pookie is
just like that.
a guy who is trying to sell drugs or something like that to
Or that
make
he's trying
money
to
to
sell
be
you
able to stay.
dreams. He's trying to
Yeah,
sell you dreams in a way like, oh, stick around, support me with this. One day I'm gonna be able to da 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 da
he's trying
da.
to
But never
scam.
really got round to it. And all that time,
Yeah,
he's just basically, how can I say this?
he's
Trick
just
you
there to make money.
to make money off of you, to live off of you, basically a
You
comfortable
understand?
lifestyle.
A
No, now that
passport
you
bro
can't
is
provide him that
completely
comfortable
different.
lifestyle, he'll just bounce to the next woman that can also fund his
Offer,
lifestyle.
yeah,
That's
or
like a
give
Thai
him
woman
money.
looking for a sponsor, basically, in a way, isn't it?
But there are Pookies who are there in Thailand and
Hmm.
they're surviving like that. They're making
By
money
doing
off
that,
of
yeah,
girls, scamming off of foreigners that they meet or whatever. So
yeah.
that's a Pookie. A Pookie is only going to be there until he's caught, and then he has to go away, or he don't have enough money, so he has to leave and go back to his country. A
Mm.
passport bro is someone who is there enjoying their life. They're
Let me
deciding if they're going to maybe do a business or have a house or something like that, but it's not necessary.
Mikey
My
said
income
the
comes from other
Pookies
places.
are just trying to get over in life.
Yes, it's a clear difference,
Yeah.
and you're only that's short money versus long money.
Pookies are pretty much low level hustlers. Yep.
Exactly.
Zuma and Gaming. Pimp to be precise, right? A pimp, no, not really. Maybe that's more like a Ray Ray, isn't it? Doing things the illegal way, trying to get that cash, hustling, all that. Yeah. A Pookie is like what Jack says, is the fact that they're living off of women, basically, to fund their lifestyle, all that. They don't really establish anything or try to. It's just day by day living like that. No
Let's
plans, no
put it like
nothing,
this.
no values.
Let's put it like this for the girls. A Pookie is a guy. If he has friends and you're all hanging out, he'll try to get you. He'll convince you to sleep with this guy so he can get some money off his friend. That's a Pookie.
Oh, I feel like that's more like a Ray Ray. But okay, I don't know. Pookies, Ray Rays, not really
Same thing.
something that my Thai women are looking for. That's all I know.
For sure.
Zeta Nintendo said, passport bros who aren't tricks or morons are dedicated men who look to not only travel and experience the world, but also have a family and succeed in other countries and cultures. Yes, that's very true. I mean, my stepdad didn't mean to be a passport bros. In fact, he was a monk in India before traveling to Thailand to learn more about Theravada Buddhism. But that would be a man with a passport, right? But he's not. He
He has
wasn't.
his own money.
Yeah, he has
He can
his
travel.
own quest to try and learn about the Buddhist religion, and then, you know, things happen. He went to
He's on
Thailand. He met my
walkabout.
mom, and then they settled down, and his life changed from there, from being a monk to now being a father to father me and my older sister. That's how
And
they
not
met.
all of us travel to Thailand or these various places specifically for interactions with their women. Many
Yes.
of us, we grow up, especially Black Americans anyway, we grow up watching like kung fu movies and
Oh, yeah,
karate
my dad
films and
watches
stuff
that.
like
My
that.
stepdad, I mean. Yeah.
Yeah,
Or was
that's
it
how we
Shaolin
actually.
versus Lama? That was
Yeah,
one of the old one. And my
that's usually
stepdad
why we
loves
travel
Bruce
to Asia.
Lee, by the way. He loves
Yeah,
Bruce Lee. Yeah. So they
so it's
they
not
are
so much.
interested in Asian culture. It's like what
Yeah,
really got my stepdad to go over to Thailand. Well, actually, when he was a kid, he would go to India as a family holiday with, my step grandparents. And so he's kind of like used to that Indian Asian side, but that's just South Asia. Now, when he was introduced to Buddhism, I think some guy handed the leaflets on the street when he was traveling alone. I think this was the time he was traveling alone in America as a young man. And then he decided, okay, I'll look into this religion. And because I've been to India before, that's where I'm going to start to learn about Buddhism. And then someone in India said, there is a country where it's predominantly Theravada Buddhism. I don't know if I'm saying it right, but it's you know how Buddhism have different branches, just like Christianity
yeah.
and Muslim and Islam, I mean, and so on. But he decided to, okay, I haven't finished doing the responsibility or my role as a monk yet, but I'm required to travel to Thailand to learn more about this particular faith. So when he traveled to Thailand and he finally completed, his role as a monk, he loved Thailand for the fact that, the people are friendly, the food is great, the environment, the weather, everything. And that was in the 90s, early 90s. And so he decided to stay there. But then as he stayed there, of course, he came across, a woman who was in his way, came to, obviously cross paths with him. It happens. You're a single man in Thailand or anywhere.
You
If
will
you
meet
open up
someone.
yourself, you're gonna find romance. You're gonna find a relationship,
Oh, she
and
had
that's my mom.
personality. She had personality.
Oh, I need to charge my laptop. So basically, he met my mom. My mom was in a situation of trying to look for a guy who's willing to accept my children, because the single moms in Thailand, they're not very desirable. I don't know how it is in the 90s, but these days maybe men are a bit more lenient or a bit more relaxed with single moms. But my mom was just, where is that thing to plug in my, oh, here it is, charging my laptop. My mom was just looking for that kind of guy. She don't know about his financial backgrounds or anything like that. She's looking for the good guy. So the personality, here we go, is important. Although she did say to me that I like to go for a guy who's not too much older than me. That's just her preference.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm saying to you that, passport bros or whatnot, yeah, or men with passport who's traveling to another country to find wives, or not even try to find wives, but to try and find a different kind of lifestyle out there, explore and experience different lifestyle. They're not all a-hole, but it just doesn't quite sit well with me when people talk bad about this particular group, passport bros, because the way that they speak about it is a negative way. They're trying to say the passport bros are taking advantage of women who come from like a poorer background or having difficulties, like social economics background is not so great as him, and then they say that the passport bros are trying to take advantage of that, and I think everyone have their own definition of passport bros, but there's the correct, accurate definition, and then there's maybe some sort of misinformation here of your definition of passport bros. But that's my opinion anyway. I mean, guys, what do you think?
I think that yes, there is a certain element of guys who may look to take advantage or specifically travel to that country to try to. But
Mm.
I think if you spend more than a month in Thailand, Thailand can change you and your mindset, and you will change your views.
Mm.
I think you could start off as an asshole, as a butterfly, and then eventually you'll figure out that okay, you know, I might want to change some things if I want to continue to be here.
Would you say that particular person is now being enlightened in a way,
Yes.
just because they have experienced such different culture and the attitude that's making them?
Yes, you will ultimately reach nirvana if you go. Like you guys can see, like I have a picture of a temple
Yeah, I
on
can
my
see. Sato.
okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
so that's just one temple that I'm there. I think I was in Bangkok at this time.
Mm.
But anyway, now me personally, I love to just walk and go to the temples and just take photos and appreciate the artwork, the sculpturing, for the pagodas and the temple. Now, that's me 4 years in, 8 years into having a relationship personally with Thailand, with having a wife and children. So for me, I went through a transition. I may have started off as an asshole, playboy, and
Mm.
then I had to evolve into a family man. That was not my original intent, but if you're there, that's going to happen. Like, unless only you just stay in those party areas and don't ever move off of that. But once you take a step outside of those lanes, you have to go to a university um, while you're there. It's a totally different experience. I know a lot of foreigners, when they arrive, they're tourists, they only do like the nightlife stuff, but there's so much more to do.
Do you
You can
think
enjoy.
those tourists that came in um, with these particular ideas about Thailand is based upon a very narrow perspective that they heard of from what other people have been saying? And that's why when they went to Thailand for the first time, that's the mindset there. It's just the party places and all that stuff.
But even
Um,
in the party places, you can still find the pagoda, right? And I'll tell you, right now, even if you go to the bars, right? If you're hanging out with the girls at the bars, there are certain times where they will bring the monks into the bars and bless their businesses.
yes, we're very tied to the ceremony and rituals within
Yeah.
our beliefs in Buddhism.
And
Yeah,
there will
and
be like
you
three
will see that
monks.
everybody is respectful towards this
They
ceremony.
clear out the whole bar.
Yep.
Everything's clear. They bring the monks in. They prepare food. There's food for the monks and also the public who are also going to be praying in that establishment. But what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying is really you being the foreigner, and even if you're in those party places, you will get a glimpse of, let's say, Buddhism
Mm,
or, something outside of just that party zone. You might
mm,
meet a girl in a bar and you start hanging out with her. She's cool. One day she might take you to go to the pagoda with her and she'll
mm-hmm,
put a red band on your wrist.
mm.
You
Yes.
guys just went out to a trip to the pagoda. So you will have those chances to have a different experience
Yeah.
besides only the nightlife. And
Yes.
you would be in Thailand, you would be shocked to see how those two things blend and
Yeah.
how, they
You
mix.
you realize that this is the time where all of this material, all this stuff in front of you are just there temporary. When you're in that mode of getting to know Buddhism and you see the ceremony or get involved with how Thai people respect their religion, the culture itself, you're going to realize that this is a time where my inner peace comes through. Nothing else matter. Look at how everybody is working together to keep everything harmonious. There's something spiritual about it that's making you detach from just this materialistic world for just a split second and focuses on, spiritual growth. You'll find that in Thailand. Literally, it doesn't have to be at the temple. It could be like what Jack said, at the business place, at the bar, even, like you don't even expect it. But everybody gives respect to to Buddhism, and so they understand how to act according to what's happening there. Everyone's just, like Jack said, clear out the space for the monk to do the ritual. Everyone's respectful and keeping it peaceful, basically. Yeah. I'm gonna wait. What are these? Okay, this comment here, Ray Hanma. They can affect the passport roles when they use the name, and those with no discernment will look at the term and say these men are no good. True. Need to understand how to separate, or understand the differences between passport bros and pookies. Dudes
I
will
think
purposely do crazy stuff over while claiming passport bros just so the passport bros catch the heat. Yeah. And we do get like some Western guys, like American guys as well. They come over and they pretty much just don't follow the laws of Thailand or respect because they're holding an American passport. Yeah, that's not passport bros in my belief. That's just some a-hole in another country trying to hide behind the passport.
And I want to say it's most important for women, like Thai women, to be able to see the difference between a pookie and a passport brother. You might
Exactly.
be attracted to that guy who has on that shiny chain and he looks really shiny and flashy and stuff like that. But he's only going to be there just that one time. But that dude in, the sandals and the flip flops and, the normal guy who's there all the time
Yeah.
is a better option for you. And you
He's
should
there to
be able
maybe
to
learn
see.
about the culture, isn't he? Not
Yeah.
like the pookies just want to show off but don't really get deep or get better insight
Yeah.
about the
They're just
country that
in
they're
and out.
visiting.
They're out.
Yeah.
It's a short trip.
Zeta Nintendo says, I grew up off Bruce Lee, Jackie Chan. I know Jackie Chan. Chow Yun Fat. That sounds familiar. It was in Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon or something.
Yes.
Ken Watanabe. I'm not sure about that. Jet Li. I know Jet Li. He was with Aaliyah. He starred in that film. What film was it with Aaliyah? I forgot. Crap, it's gonna annoy
I
me
forgot
now.
the name of it.
Oh, you forgot too.
Yeah. It's right on the tip of my tongue, but I forgot.
I know that the music video for Try Again, Jet Li was in it as well. But what is the film, man? That's gonna bother me. Okay, I've been influenced by Asian culture since diapers. Do you watch anime as well? Because I know anime is a huge hit in the West, and then
Some
now
of
it's like
us
K-pop.
who are like in our 30s or something like that, we definitely saw anime on TVs and stuff. I think everybody saw like Dragon Ball Z and stuff.
Oh yeah, Dragon Ball Z. I watched that when I was a kid too. It's ongoing, but it must stop by now. It's been how many years?
No, they're still making
Are they
new
still
stuff.
going? Oh my
Yep.
God, it's the next generation, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I remember the time Goku was like there and Gohan.
Yep.
I've never had a bad experience around Thai women. They generally are very kind and have good demeanors. Yes. I mean, most of the time we are expected to treat our guests with respect and, shows our hospitality because we put pride in that. Platinum Source, I don't even like the term passport bro because I don't like being put in the box. Yeah, it's difficult, isn't it? Because once you put them in the box, then you can pretty much kind of make sweeping statements about that particular group when really within that, group of people, it could be like
It's
all
so
sorts
different.
of different types, various types of people and mindsets. But at the same time, because there are other people out there, other YouTubers who pretty much has given it a negative connotation. And I myself have had the experience of meeting up with these guys with who, you know, holds this belief that I'm a passport bro because I'm looking for a wife who's, you know, compatible, and I'm just looking for a better living standard, should I say, and that dating outside is probably much more easier and less complicated than back at home. So there's nothing wrong for, you know, guys, passport bros, you can, if they want to call themselves that, to go over and seek that, you know, something genuine. But yeah, I can see why you don't want to be boxed into a certain category, because everybody is pretty much their own individual selves, isn't it?
I just want certain men to know that Thailand is a good option. A good infrastructure, nice
it's
climate.
it's that good. The food is great as well, isn't it? And the
Yeah,
scenes.
and the
It's
scenes.
so good
They have
that
very good hospitals. So you can get any kind of like you want to get your teeth fixed. It's extremely cheap to go and fly down to Thailand. You want to go get your teeth fixed. You want to go get your teeth whitened. Any cosmetic
cheaper.
surgeries, any stuff like that, is super easy there and
Yes.
affordable. So
And
that would be
this is why the whole reason that my boyfriend's like family members are already moving and living in Thailand. Once my stepdaughter graduates from uni here, she's moving straight there. Her brother's already there, her grandma's already there, and then there's other family members that's right now residing in Thailand. So yeah, everything you said, believe him, believe me. Western people are moving to Thailand for a good reason. They're there right now, enjoying the good quality of life for affordable prices. Healthcare, dentistry, food, rent, places to live, like seriously, like even traveling around Thailand. For you as Westerners with your strong currency, you're gonna have it. You're gonna be having the best life ever. Something that you maybe can't really do back in your home country, but you can in Thailand. And there's so many things to do in Thailand anyway. You just really need to go there and find out for yourselves. It's so hard to explain online, isn't it?
but I want to encourage the listeners and viewers that through the network that Jane is setting up now, you will be able to find a realtor there in Thailand. You will be able to find a lawyer for your service in Thailand. This
An
is why we
agency.
have to, yes, this is why we have to encourage people who have these kind of uh, entryways for us to take advantage of. Because of the fact that Jane has a network, she's there on the ground, she's also back in England, she can offer us so much. And we should invest in the network because of the fact that when you touch down, you can find someone to find you an apartment.
Another thing that I do in my dating community is not just strictly for dating. If you're not into that, but you're into learning Thai, on a Monday at 6 p.m. UK time zone, I know what time it is will be for you guys, but I'm actually going to start teaching Thai for free. So I
Right.
say, if you really want to understand the Thai culture, or even try to converse with some Thai people to even understand my culture better, the country's better, and the people better, come and learn Thai. Take this opportunity. And oh, hold up. Hey, Jaysha, are you gonna join my Discord? Come talk to my Thai ladies. No time wasting. Come. You don't need to delay anymore. Come and talk to us. We're friendly. Zeta, a lot of those same Pookies have already messed up the Dominican Republic and Colombia, like Cartagena and Medellin. But Medellin is that how to pronounce it? It's not
Yes,
double L, it's like a Y.
Medellin.
Medellin.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mi español no es bueno. Buena. I don't know. Shit. I think I need to practice more.
No, that was good.
Creo que a practicar español más. Oh my God. I think I got that. Okay. I should be so harsh on myself, man. I did study pretty hard for Spanish.
Yeah, no, you did good.
Yeah, when I traveled to Asia, I definitely got accustomed to the culture and appreciating the temples, historic places, and spots and events. Yes, and the people. People are so friendly. They just want to feed you non-stop. Platinum swords. Pookie's acting a fool in Thailand are gonna mess it up for future brothers heading there. Just look at what's going on there now. Well, this is why it's so important that the ladies in my group who join my dating community have open-mindedness. Um, because I always put it in their head like, how would you like it or how would you feel if a foreigner was to pile you into the same group as Chinese just because you're Asian? You wouldn't appreciate it because you have your own identity, right? So then it's not fair on you. I mean, it's not fair on the Black American guys to be piled into the same as the Pookies. I mean, it's not fair to pile the passport bros into the piles of Pookies just because of the same skin color and they're coming from the same place. They're still different people with different personality and mentality as well.
And Thailand has a very strong law system, so you can play around and be a pookie as much as you want, but you don't want to get in trouble with the Thai police. So that'll make you clean up real quick.
We were. It's a sign of Thai police. Hold up. Pookie's acting fool in Thailand. Okay, I read that. Jaysha salute at Platinum Swords. Okay. Yeah, I do too. Romeo Must Die. Oh yeah, that's the film. Romeo Must Die. Yeah, thank you, Michael. I kind of lifted the weight off my shoulders though. Oh my God. ขอบคุณค่ะ Saita. Romeo Must Die was the movie with Jet Li and Alia. Yeah, that's the one. I like Alia. She's got a really nice voice. So sad she had to die so young. She's actually the same age as my stepson right now when she died. That's really young.
Could you say that in certain cases that Aaliyah could pass for a Thai woman?
You know what? She looks like a Thai woman from down south, with the darker skinned sisters and all that, like with different facial structures and features. She could, because see, my stepson is actually half black and half white. Like his mother is British, white English woman.
Okay.
And obviously the dad is like British born Jamaican, darker skin tone Jamaican. And they come out obviously mixed. And when my stepson went to Thailand, people thought that he was half Thai. In fact, even here in London, I was in the shop with him. We went out shopping together to get some ingredients. And the black woman who was behind the till, she even thought that I was his mother because he looks mixed, like he's half Thai. That's interesting though. So definitely, if my stepson, who's half black and half white, can blend into Thailand because Thai people, the local people, thought that he's actually half Thai, then you can easily just settle down in Thailand, no problem. Everyone's just used to that mixed race. And if you can make friends with the local, you will open a whole new world as well. True, very true. Connection, networking is so important. And obviously, be respectful, because you're not going to make any connection when you're being an a-hole, are you? Oh my God, Mr. Wednesday, would you like to come back? Or are you gonna wait for me in Discord? Because after this, I'm gonna go to Discord anyway. I need to welcome my new members. But yeah, I'll see you in Discord if you want. But wait, I gotta call my boyfriend and then my mom after this live stream. Yeah, they've been waiting for me. But ขอบคุณค่ะ Mr. Wednesday for the $5 super chat. Thank you. Thailand over Ghana for Black Americans. Come to Thailand. What? Thailand over Ghana for Black Americans. Oh, okay, I get it. My kids are mixed race with Ghanaian blood. I don't know. I think they can go back to Ghana, definitely. If they want to, I mean. Not just in expat communities. Yep. And Platinum Swords. I joined the Discord, not looking for a relationship until I'm boots on the ground, though. Just want to support. Yeah, come in and learn Thai. You don't have to focus on dating, like I said, on Monday, 6 p.m. UK time zone, I'm teaching Thai. There is the channel that said learn Thai. Go and have a look at that. I've already put in some Thai consonants, 44 consonants, which I'm waiting for Vernon to actually learn all of that. I'm going to test him. I'm going to test that dude. Okay. The Mikey story. Oh, at Platinum, so that would never happen. If you mess around and find out that Thai will make an example of you. Where's French class? This is Pookie Lives Matter. No, they don't. Mr. Wednesday is always just like clowning about. Anyway, you never know, Mikey. Hope it stays that way. Oh, okay. What's that? Aliyah can pass for an Isan woman easy. I guess so. There's a lot of different. Yeah, more like Isan. Oh, more like no, down south, more likely. But yeah, I see what you mean. Ray Hanma, women in Africa want American men to pay a dowry. There's a lot of women in Thailand that expect this too. Those are the ones that hasn't quite understand. There's been a change, and they still stuck with outdated ideas about men has to pay them dowry because it's tradition. I mean, look, nothing wrong with you wanting to follow that tradition, but I don't agree with the certain, people who have this high, unrealistic expectation of her date, because now in that sense, you're not really with him for him. You're with him for what he can give you. Yeah. What's this? Mr. Wednesday, true. Africans want our money, not our people. I don't know. I can't really make that general statement unless you're really in the country and live there, Okay, so wow, what's with all this anti-African? What's going on? Damn. Is there something? What's going on?
I will say again, gentlemen, please leave most of that stuff back in your countries of origin. But okay, so Jane, there may be a reason behind this.
Yeah, I want to know the reason.
Okay, so some passport bros have got girlfriends taken away from them from football players.
Oh.
You understand what I'm trying to hint at?
Yeah.
So yeah, some of my brothers from Africa, they're really good at football, and they're out there playing football,
and they earn a lot. Yeah.
Yeah. So some of them might take some girls, or they might be competing for the same girl. Maybe that's where some of these issues
guys, you're right. Come over to Thailand. There's no Thai football team for World Cup, mate. You don't have to be scared. We're not qualified for it. No Thai man can take your woman away from you. You're bigger, you're stronger, your dick's bigger as well. No, you're fine. Come over to Thailand. All right. Well, guys, it's been great having this conversation, and thank you for coming up to answer my questions and giving people insights as well, and sharing your experience about cross-cultural dating. And as usual, I think Vernon is ill, so he can't make it, but that's fine. He made it the last time for the game, Lady or Ladyboy game show. That was fun. Although who else couldn't make it? Yeah. Did you not see it? You should go and watch it.
No, I'm gonna go back and watch it.
There was the first game, the Lady or Ladyboy game show. That was where Richie Mac was in my live stream playing the game. Mikey was in there as well. Patrick Blackrock and Xavier, who's in my Discord. But there's a second one as well. And the second one is only Mr. Wednesday and Vernon who played the game, who are the contestants. Oh, yeah, Mr. Wednesday won.
Next time.
Would you? Would you? I will set it up for you. I will. And then I'm going to ask you guys, does anyone else wants to participate in the Lady or Ladyboy game show? Third round. Anyone?
I have to think about it, Jang.
Okay. Richie bounced after he got 2 wrong. He is disqualified. This was great, Jane. Oh, thank you, Ray Hanma. Thank you so much. Well, guys, I'm going to go off and I'm going to be hanging out in Discord now, but you're welcome to join my Discord room. The link is in the description box below. And here I go. I don't have a theme tune. Goodbye.
I'll talk to you later. Bye.
Bye. Okay, yeah, end stream.